from second best, someone that you could forget. Got me drinking that healing, sinking in this feeling. Will you be the time, giving me the signs of life? Making you are clear, but you're gonna leave me in the deep.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, we got ourselves more duels over in the beta, and I actually got proper sleep last night. It feels great. Actually, feels really good. Wow. A good sleep is good for the heart and good for the brain, it feels like. How y'all doing, though? I got ourselves back in. Yesterday, we had a couple of good games to slow down a little bit, and I'm wondering how today's going to go. If we can just crank out like 3 solid games, I'll be happy for the rest of the evening. So we'll find out if we got groups over in the beta. I really do wish I had like a character on the Horde and Alliance so I could ask people around. I'm sure you guys are asking on your end, like if you're on Duels, like, yo, you want to join this duels thing or whatever, right? Because I was there. I asked the people here and there. But like, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to put you guys on the spot like that. You know, I'd rather be the one that's like whispering all these people like, yo, would you be interested in duels kind of thing? You know what I mean? I'll be like, that's weird. Go away. Because I could take it. But like, you know what I mean? Because I always feel like there's a little bit of that awkwardness of like, well, I don't know these people. What to say to them? You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, you know what I mean? This is why I like taking charge in that situation. You know what I mean? I would put myself in that awkward social situation on beta. You know what I mean? These people won't remember me at all. That's how I look at it. Let's hop on get some groups together. Also, this week, they do have, what is it? It's probably not the best week to do anything in WoW, it feels like, because they did release SOD season, what is it, 4, right? Season 4, Phase 4, whatever it's called. I think it's Phase 4. Phase 4. But Season 4, I feel like it could have also called it Season, right? I don't know. Probably could have. I'm gonna get the music back in here in a bit. Let's get it out for a second. But we're gonna get the groups formed here in the second phase. I almost feel like you could call it a season at that point, right? Oh god, here we go. I feel like you could easily just call it season 2 as well, right? Season 4. Because almost like it comes in season. It's like seasonal content. Season of Discovery, Season 4. Oh, true. When you put it like that, yeah. Season of Discovery, Season 4. What if instead of calling them like... instead of calling them like by numbers, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, it instead had like a different naming convention to it. You know what I mean? That would be something. Alrighty, what we got ourselves? Groups are going to be listed in under raids legacy as per usual. I'm going to get all those links in here in just a second and we'll get more duels up and running. Let's see how we go. Dookie Fighter, are you joining me? Hello. Why do you name Dookie Fighter? What is his name? Also, I don't like how you have rusty arms and legs because they have like a brownish color and your name is Dookie Fighter. It makes you wonder, like, have you been swimming in Dookie? Is that your domain? This man reports from the from the Dookie pipes of Novergod. Oh, not Novergod, Mechagod. I got my theme. Jesus Christ, I love it. The roleplay. Then you got a little Dookie gremlin back there with his bags of treasure. Except what this man considers treasure. He's digging for gold. What's up, there? What's up, Hep? How you doing, my man? Alrighty. Let's see. Oh my god. You ever laugh so hard you start to like tear up a little? That's me, man. That's a correct human. I love that. Alright, you want to join me, Dookie? Let's see. Kobe? Ooh, wouldn't walk among that I skirm with in Shadowlands? Yo, what the hell? Oh, I guess, yeah. I could ask him to be like, yo, hi, we're doing duels here. Let me get you an invite here real quick, yeah? Hey, let's see. Hey, looking for more for 5V5 1V1 DUELS. Whisper if interested. I don't know if anybody's actually alive and healthy in this guild or whatever, the dueling guild, but I'm gonna toss that message out and then I'll start going whisper a little by little here. See if anybody wants in. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, what if instead of like season 4, instead of like season like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, each phase has like a name or whatever? That could have been a mouthful. Season of Discovery, the season of Ragnaros's fire season. I don't know. Like I guess that could have been pretty bad, huh? PTR finally back up, being off yesterday. Yeah, PTR has been kind of on and off at a weird times, man. Like sometimes it's available and other times it just ain't, and I it's like inconsistent in that regard. But yeah, it's Killer. Yo, I'm not actually set for duels. I think Killer is actually trying to duel me though. Yeah, Killer, I'm essentially a train dummy, man. I can't actually duel. That's the problem. Can I go edit mode and just move this frame like way out here? Because I feel like it's always like in my face. Yeah, I'm not actually ready for anything like this, man. I could get hit. That's about all I can do. Yeah, he wants to duel me. I'm a training dummy, my mans. I am not set up. You can burst me if you wanna. I should ask him in a bit here. He wants to join duels. I think Kato, I want to ask him as well. Liana is here too. Aeonus. We got actually a couple of bodies here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start asking around. See if Yarman's down. Hey, down for more duels today? Hey, Kibi. Wanna join a 5v5 duels thing? Let me see. Roka Hunter. I'm asking. Hey, Roka. Thunder, Rocat, Hunter. Okay, I'm really bad with names apparently. Let me find that whisper thing that I was using yesterday for like 5V5 1v1 stuff, and we'll try to see if we can put some groups together. Let me see if Midi's down. Hey Midi, we doing more duels today. Want in? Leanna? Yo, hit me with it. I'm a Gecko. I'm gonna ask that Gecko in a second here, man. Haven't done anything to set up. Might in a bit. Okay. Anytime, man. I don't even know who QB is. Not set. Hold on. Not set up for real duels. But you are free to burst me. Yeah, I do want to see the Survival Hunter burst with like your spearhead and all that. Because that should be a crit damage, right? Why does it say 2%? Hopefully it's a lot higher than 2%, right? Hey, we doing more duels if you want in, by the way. Understand my mage friend. Let me see if maybe Mystic wants to join in. Hey, Mystic. See if he'll be down. Oh, I was about to say like you got beta, but no. Hey, down for more duels today? See if Seamark wants to join in. Demo. Hey, Demoy. And I'll whisper him about the duels thing, see if we can get him in here. Killer, I could whisper him in a bit here. I feel like once we can start getting groups together. Midi said yeah? Yo, let's go. What do you say? Okay, I'm in. Okay, we're gonna get Liana in, and I'll get Midi in. Cool. Burst me. They did make Thunder or Stormkeeper ability a little bit better, didn't they? Yeah, I'm not properly set up. Just kill me, please. Oh no, Midi. Let's get Midi, man. What do you mean, no Midi? It could be enemies? No. You don't have to be enemies. You can be friends if you want to. Yorim is in. Okay, so this one needs a +1 here too. And then we should be set. Mystic Hunter, Mystic Lock, I think are the same person, right? Johnny boy. Hey, hold on a second. Hey, John boy. I can't spell John apparently. See if we be down. Cyprin. I'm also gonna ask Cyprin as well when I get a chance. Hey, Cyprian. See if we be down to join in. Because I'll need a +1 on which to be set on this one. Invite, beautiful. Got you in. And then on this one we'll need +1 and we'll get a second group together, hopefully. Hey, Kata, wanna join for some 1-1 duels today? Let me also whisper Cobra as well, because I know he'll be down for it. More duels today if you want in Motherface. I don't know if he could read all that, but because he's I don't know what he's what's up Braga, what's up Kurt, what's up Nix, I can get your name. I'm trying to rework my brain. What's up Saul, how you doing my man? Hope you're doing good. Hey Dallas, is there a way to set up 1v1 duels in actual arena? Yes there is. Like actual 1v1, you have to basically make it a 2v2 where both of you war game each other, and then the second person of each group leaves and they can just 1v1. Or if you just want to hang out there, as long as you don't give them like any buffs or whatever, it makes it as much of a 1v1 as you can. But yeah, that's essentially the only way to really make a proper 1v1 inside of the arena kind of instance. Yeah, so that's one way of doing it. Hey, Death Life, see if you be down. And Successive, I don't remember if we ever had him in here in these. Hey, Successive. See if you'd be down to join in. Hey, doing more duels? Yes! Yes. I'll be down. Yeah, and I can invite you in a sec. Okay, so this group is set. I'm gonna make your Ream lead here, and we'll get a second one going. Let me write it out. Okay, this group is set. Getting second one up and going. I got a few whispers, so it should be quick. Yareem is lead for this one, and I think everybody here knows how to do these. BRB, hang tight team. And Yareem, all you gotta let me know is if the group ever falls apart or if you guys lose bodies or whatever, just keep up to date with like how many bodies you got for each team and we'll be good to go, yeah? I'll make a second group. Again, if you guys want to join in, we do have these listed over in the legacy raids under Molten Core. So if you want to join in through that, you're more than welcome to. A relog, beautiful. Successive, down to join in, which is awesome. Johnny Boy, okay. Dukes, sure thing. Sure thing. Everyone is welcome to join and try for these. Hell yeah. Let's see if Killer will be down. Killer down for more 5V5 1v1 Duels today. See if he'll be down for these. Kato, I whispered earlier. Rocat, Demoy, I think I got them both. Anomalous. Let's go with that. Let's go, my guy. Duels? Hell yeah. Or is he saying to Kato, let's go do Dalaran Duels? Because I could have him really quickly, dude. Okay, Killer said he'd be down, which is awesome. Yes, okay, I'll invite you. And he's trying to get Kato in. And with Kato, I think we might actually have a 5-man team right there. Let me convert this to a raid. Yes, actually, with Kato, we'll have a 5-man. Hold on. With Kato, we'd have a 5. He says nah. Okay, he says nah. So I still would need somebody that I can have on my real ID then. Damn. So do I have any of you guys added actually? I don't know. So if Cobra logs on, then I would have somebody on real ID. I really need, or unless I had one of you guys, that could also work too. But Cobra knows how to do these. So yeah. You have Grifka joining? Dude, imagine. I would love to have Grifka join these actually. Like with rogues and how underpowered they are, I actually want to see like a rogue main play with these changes. This song I'm not a fan of, by the way. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that one either. Let's skip that one too. I don't even. There I go. But yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, my guy. Anytime, man. Anytime, dude. If you guys got any questions, anything whatsoever, just hit me up, man. Just hit me up. Thinky, I think there's a guy I want to join in, right? Okay, I invite. So that's a 5-man team then. Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. Can I add you on real ID to be lead? All you have to do is be online and I take care of the group stuff. Dope. Neat. Okay, so Thanky is gonna be the my friend. He's gonna be on BNet for me. Thanky, send request. I'll get you and I'll add you. All you have to do, Thanky, are you on stream? Because that'll make it easier if you are on stream. But like, I can literally go over like everything you gotta do. All you need to have is literally a pulse, and we got it. We're good. That's all you gotta do. Okay, I am awesome. Yeah, all you have to do is just I'm gonna open up a chat with you separately on the side here. And all you just need to do is just let me know like, hey, we got 4, or hey, we're missing 1, or hey, we're all good to go. Everybody's here, all that stuff, right? That's it. That's all. And that's it. As long as you're online, I can queue you guys up. I'm also gonna get you in here too in a second, and I'm gonna write out like how to do duels here. I think most of these guys know the rules, but I'm gonna go over them real quickly anyway. I feel like it helps somebody at least. Okay, both groups are ready. So the most universal class that's good for everything, like right now over in the beta or in general. That's not a bad question. I feel like right now the most universal class is looking like exceptionally good in all forms of content is like a mage right now. Mages are just really strong in the DPS. Besides them, if you're looking for like a hybrid class, I'd say like a monk. Monk Windwalker is pretty solid. Brewmaster is getting a lot of play in M+, and I doubt they're going to be bad for raiding. And Mistweaver's also looking pretty solid as a healer. They're also getting quite a bit of play. Yeah, so like a monk or a mage right now. At least in the beta. This could change tomorrow. There could be tuning stuff next week, right? But like right now, as of this moment, probably mage. But yeah, as of the moment, that's a good question. Yo, thank you so much, Soul. Appreciate it, my man. Yo, can we get a big old hashtag, Soul? Going appreciation. Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you. On the beta, yeah, that would be the 2 classes, I'd say. All right, cool. I'm gonna step Yap in here. The apology. We got a degree in that. Okay. Okay, so rules are try to keep things to 1v1. order is by/roll, highest to lowest, and have fun. Most importantly. Okay, we're ready. Beautiful. So I'll make you lead. I bounce. I queue. And we'll try to see if we can get a couple of these queues like back to back. Yeah, Ream and think KY. Okay. 5, not grand, 1. Beautiful. First duel of the night is up, boys. I am excited. Hopefully it actually sent. Otherwise it didn't. And then I think it did. And then we're in. Yeah. And so every single time it's like it queues, I just don't know if it worked or if it will work or if it won't work. And somebody whispered me just now. I don't know who whispered me. Who was it? Pal. Привет, собираешь? Да. Group. 2 groups are up. So we got Cobra joining in these, which is awesome. I'm gonna do another song, man. I feel like I hear this one a lot. I need to refresh the mix. Although I have been running into some weird like YouTube audio things, copyright things, which I'm not used to. So I'm trying to be a little more careful on my end, but yeah, maybe we'll add some songs here and there. Make it touch of the magic explode for 400 to 500 km PTR. Yeah, you could buff it, but quite a bit. Definitely can buff it up by quite a bit. Alrighty, switch. The UI should hopefully disappear here in just a second, but we got ourselves Dukey Fighter, my favorite Mog, favorite backstory. This man, his armor, it's rusty, but it's brown not because it's rusty. This man has been down in his kingdom. He is the Dukey Fighter. He's got the shovels. He's digging for gold. Vrada and Duke trying to figure out who's first, who's last, trying to figure out the order. But Rada is going to be first up versus Stanky as a Windwalker trying to close the gap, trying not to use the monk mobility, staying mounted until he can reach the mage, which is the correct move in my opinion. Rada with a bit of a burst here. You got to be very careful as it is an arcane mage. That's a lot of instantaneous damage, especially with the missiles. Got to interrupt it whenever he can, trying to find a way to close the gap. He does have quite a bit of survivability and he's going to have to rotate it pretty early on, trying to go for that clash, hoping to get the mage locked down. But the blink has been used. I don't know if he's got himself a leg sweep here. He should potentially be able to just leg him real quick. Quick interrupt on the shifting power, trying to see if he can deny him the cooldown reduction. Karma was used really early. Got himself the celestial counter for a bit of self heal, but also quite a bit of damage onto the mage, who is able to create some distance away. Thanky might be quite under a lot of pressure. He does have defenses still, has himself self-healing, but that zonal pressure by C-Mark. Try to see if he can go with a ring of fire in one corner, boop him back with an Arcana Sphere, sitting down for food as soon as possible, trying to keep Thanky on his toes, and with the Nova able to separate him. Thanky needs to be very careful with those blinks, because if C-Mark blinks too early, you can lock him down. Interrupt could be good for a leg sweep. Doesn't go for a leg sweep yet. Does have himself one more defensive. Might be under a ton of pressure though. Does he have a heal? He needs a way to get himself a little bit of survivability. That's still more missiles chasing him right behind the pillar. Got himself through the miss. But C-Mark's mobility, ever since they took away the chrono shift, is a little bit more limited than before. And I think that is here what helped Monk survived just for a second there. Got himself at least a bit of a breather, because normally C-Mark would be able to sprint back there very quickly. Arcana Sphere on one side, trying to Nova down the Monk. Ring of Fire, not letting him sit behind the pillar. He has to get out there, out in the open. Got himself what looks like maybe a battle message trinket or a damaging trinket. Shift the powers up for Arcade, but he's trying to see if he can boop him back towards himself. Looking for a heal here and there. Trying to find a way to close that gap. Trying also not to get interrupted if at all possible. Verifies is like the only thing that's really keeping him alive. Lexium, locking him for a second. Karma last moment does give him a bit of survivability. Clash to pull the mage towards him, but it's going to be a reverse blink to reposition away from the guy still rooted, but got himself the distance. Just need a couple more barrages. Potential kind of doing a bit of damage, but it's an ultra, and I don't know if there's a way for the Monk to go to escape that type of a lockdown, man. That's a rough situation to be in. I was just trying to see if we can sit down. The gold digger, he is digging for gold. That is true. Although what he considers gold, one man's treasure is another man's well, Dookie, I imagine. Video on this team, we got Liana as well as Yurima on this team as well. Standing by, I don't even know if they'll be able to chance to play if C-Mark is blasted like he normally is. Massive touch of the Magi. The Feral having to go for a lot of recovery. Might be under. Oh my! God, I don't think there's a way to counter it. Once you build up the Touch of the Magi, maybe you pop in a bear and barely survive, but I don't know if there's a chance there. Successive is going to be up next as an enhancement shaman. Got himself Ghost Rules, but he isn't able to find Seavark, is able to escape. Was there just no bleeds, or do you have just a shield to deal with the bleeds while it goes invis? I don't know. One of those two. That is an evocation. For Successive, he is playing Ascendance, so you might be able to just to ascend past the damage of Seavark. Ring of Fire together with a Chronosphere. Try to see if you keep that zone action going. Touch of the Magi, walling this off. Try to make sure he has a counter for the burst. Got himself also the totem to give himself a little bit more shielding for time. Zapping him from a distance. He is Stormbringer, I believe, yeah? Last to follow. He just gotta get close enough, get a couple of Storm Strikes until he can get himself the Tempest proc. And I think that Ring of Fire does end up clipping the Arcade Orb do clip. Yeah, he just can't sit still behind the pillar. Dampening is not even that high. And Seavark is still able to put in quite a bit of pressure. I don't think they changed the Shaman self-healing, did they? I think if anything, maybe it got a little better. Missiles around the corner, not feeling better at all though. Got himself Ascend. At this point, he just wants to get in. Guardian maybe blew his load a little bit too early with that Ascend, but he's still trying to make some kind of damage happen. Got himself set up, potentially big lightning bolts. Does he have enough? Seavark trying to see if he can poke in and out, trying to see if he can be maybe not super careful here. Guys, Ultra. If he burns the Ultra, let's go put the Mage on the back foot here. Massive burst onto the Successive. Does himself a heal, but the whole bowling ball just rolls over him. There isn't much you could do. Is Johnny Boy next? No, it's gonna be Killer as a survival hunter. I think still playing a Sentinel build, right? Potentially. If you can lock Seavark down in that Sentinel like shower storm ability, that's a lot of damage. It's hard to do so in PvE, but it is still highly effective. Grenades, he does himself plenty of damage from distance, and Seavark won't be able to easily escape it. Goes in for Harpoon, try to go for an interrupt, does not quite get it. That's still plenty of pressure onto the Mage. He got himself a proper silence too. Touch of the Magi onto Killer. He got himself a pretty good counter for the Touch of the Magi. He needs to get himself a kick somehow, some way somehow into Rowdy if possible. He does have muzzle, does go for a biting shot. That's going to be all the time. Full damage. Touch of the Magi does expire a little bit too early. Still quite a bit of damage loading up on the Mage. He is getting himself a little bit of recovery, but that explosive puts him behind here. Got himself barrages for Killer, looking for that shifted power, and Killer looking for a bit of recovery of his own. He needs to get aggressive. For Killer playing Sentinel, he gets a shield as he does that arcane damage from the Sentinel hero talent. The more aggression he puts out onto Seavark, basically the more survivability he gets. He gotta play super aggro build. And he's trying to see if he can go for a bit of that range damage, and he's got himself quite a bit. Seavark does not have a lot of health to work with. Ice Block might be used really early here. Does get himself that Harpoon, hoping to close the gap. Might be enough. Oh, Killer still had Touch the Magi. Does he just die to Touch? I honestly did not expect for him to die to the Touch of the Magi. I thought he was going to live there for a while. Johnny Boy's Beast Mastery Hunter up next. He's got himself the pets. He's got himself a setup. He's got himself what looks like a Basilisk build, or is that another talent? I think it might be Basilisk. I'm not 100% though. Evocation out of Seavark as we're heading the 6-minute mark. Not even a 30% dampening only now, actually. Johnny Boy, as long as he can get himself that good line of sight over Seavark, he might be okay running through the fire, just trying to see if he can create himself that light of sight. But Seavark is mobile here. Stunned to follow, does have a blink. It's going to be a lot of pets surrounding the guy. If he can just get on top of those pets, then I think it might be okay. Touch of the Magi. Oh! I was just going to say Touch of the Magi and missiles. Maybe that'll do something. And then just pop like a balloon. Mages. Mages. Wow. That's quick. Alright, double check in the group to make sure we got 5 on each team. Otherwise, we can get Cobra in on these teams. Let me know if you got 5 or if you need more. So 5. Let me know if you got 5. Man, that was fast, dude. Let's go again. Holy. Yeah, Arcane is on another level. Ready? All right, we'll go again. We'll queue you guys up while we have the groups. And we have Cobra that wants to join in, but as soon as somebody pops out, we'll swap them in. Yeah. Let's do Hook Point. Let's do Hook Point. I feel like it's a big enough arena, but not too big. Yeah, Magi Sparkle, Sailor Broken. Is it like overperforming? Because I know Magi Spark is really strong, but I don't think they really buffed it. I think if anything, they buffed it a while ago and they kind of kept it as. Did it crit? Is that what it was? Was it just like an arcane blast crit with a spark crit and everything just like it's really hard? Do you think mage is their best choice, but seem to love them all the additions? I feel like they're a consistent choice out of the DPS. They've been doing really well on the beta, right? So and they've been putting a lot of work into the class challenge to make sure they feel good to play. And they started to tone them down a little bit, but even as they tone mages down, Fire and Arcane and Frost are all still performing really, really well. So I imagine the amount of attention they gave mages, I'd be very surprised if mage as a class would not be good in this expansion, just because they've been like adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff for mages specifically. I'd be very surprised if mages weren't good. You know what I mean? They've been getting some kind of a change, some kind of adjustment based on community feedback every week so far. You know, it'd be unbelievable if they came out and they suck and they're the worst. You know what I mean? I think it's just so unlikely. Dookie Fighter first up and running versus Johnny Boy, got himself the BM versus survival versus Fury Warrior this time around. Trying to see if he can get himself a proper setup here as he got full Slayer Bladestorm, baby, with the reflect on the Freezer Trap, Stunlock to follow. Johnny Boy may need some cooldowns. Trying to see if he can back up out of there, just backing up out of that situation completely. What is Johnny Boy? I don't think anybody's playing the Black Arrow ability, are they? I think most people are pack leader, so he should be able to get himself a lot of healing whenever he gets super low, but definitely needs to do something more than just backpedaling, but he's gonna backpedal against a wall at some point. I don't think you can fight a Fury Warrior. You gotta fully surround him with these pets, unless you can just trust those pets to an nth degree. I think this man gotta try to see if he can bail out of there as best as possible. He's trying, man. He's trying. The Basilisk does walk over, but Nuki surrounded by pets, and he's just perfectly comfy. Takes absolutely 0 damage. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. You definitely gotta run the kite, stop down traps, use that disengage, everything, right? Bail out of there, because BM Hunter can do quite a bit of damage. I think we had Liana play this BM a couple of weeks ago, maybe now. Danky going in for full burst. It's going to be everything. Fist of Fury off of that Celestial. Got himself. Zuen joins in, and Dookie trying to see if he can back up out of the clash back in. Forged back into combat. Quick Fear. And that's going to be no trinket for Thanky. Got himself yet another Fist of Fury. Bladestorm cannot bypass it. It gives Thanky plenty of defensive options to work with. And it's going to be a bit of a reflect for any kind of nature, any kind of Zuen style damage. Just trying to see if he can get himself any recovery whatsoever. Unless he's got a stun. I think it just might be lights out. Isn't she dead? Hold on, wait a second. Holy no, Dookie! Never mind, this man was not even worried. Instead, he was the one who was actually winning the entire time, apparently. I don't even know where the damage came from, but he just stacked it up out of left field. Health started dropping for Thanky. I don't even think he realized that his health started dipping out of nowhere. It's not just the Slayer playstyle, dude. That's just the raw power of the Slayer. It's in the name, baby. Oh my god, full. Oh, that Tempest looks beautiful. It even sounds amazing too. As Successive goes in for full ascent that just sends the boy back into the afterlife. Or back to the scrap pile, the junk heap. He is a, what is it? He is a, also those wolves are getting hammered right now. Massive hammer out of MIDI. I'm trying to like junk heap, not, I'm trying to make it like thematic because he's got a mog that matches his name. I'm trying to make it all thematic around the lore of, what is it, the Mechanos. I'm trying to remember. Isn't it, I guess, a random joke keep? I don't even know, man. MIDI does not have Crusade by the looks of it here. Unless he's playing not Ascendance. I'm confused on abilities left and right. Truth's Wake Build. Holy hell, the hammers! They're just a rocket killer. Might be under a ton of pressure. And just trying to see if he can back himself out of there. Is he still Sentinel? Honestly, I think maybe Sentinel is good for raw damage, but I think the pack leader now has gotten so much better. Killer does go for a shot him. Still not out of the woods in this situation. If MIDI got himself yet another one of those hammers coming down, I feel like that could be a ton of damage. He is Sentinel, actually, because he does have the little arcade damage that's still hitting MIDI. Blasting Protection could remove it. Potentially, hold on. MIDI might have actually used the immunity way too early, but still got plenty of hammer just crashing down the entire time, dude. The big hammer as well as a little hammers all do a solid bit of damage. Like a surprising amount of damage. I feel like a lot of paladins are setting up to be Templar for certain. Big Convoke out of the Feral Druid does get himself an interrupt and a stun trick and a follow. Still got bites on the guy. I don't know if he has immunity, but does go in for a quick bite around the corner. Bites the Pally on the left butt cheek, and it's up to Liana, Yarim, or Seabark, one of those guys. Looks like Silverk is not next. He's like, you know what? I'm not. Not me. Not me, not me, not me. Is it Liana? Is it Yorim? I think they're potentially waiting on Yorim, but Deathlight does get himself a quick kill. A pet spec where passes your damage, cool game design. Was Beastmastery there? I don't think it was. I mean, maybe it was that. It's always a question of like, well, maybe he has the right cooldown, but like, Beastmastery is a little bit more dot heavy this expansion. Like if you read the actual breakdown, Christmas, by the way, how you doing? If you read the breakdown for Beastmastery, at least from PvE angle, there is a lot of synergy with pets and damage over time mechanics. Like there's even a talent that makes your pets do more damage per dot. So you might have just not had like the right build that plays into that dot heavy build, but it essentially should make your pets super juiced up. That life to survive in the touch of magic just fine, utilizing all of his bear and druid non-feral affinities in order to keep himself afloat here with a bit of a self-heal. Does try to go in for a skull bash onto Rearm. That is going to be a quick lockout for this one. A Deathlight maybe looking at potentially utilizing his other last bit of defensive with that Heart of the Wild potentially. He's not in an amazing spot, trying to get himself as much help and recovery as best as possible. Got himself a plenty of good convoke. He just needs to find a way to get a blink out of Yareem and then convoke him down once he has blinked, or if you can interrupt him on Arcane and then convoke, that's another way of going about it. You just got to be very careful. Try to go for a kick, does not connect you. May need more defenses. That is a touch of the magic. Could potentially be a lot of damage unless he's got something for this one. Bear from Heart of the Wild, that should be potentially enough survivability, especially if you got enough bear druid talents in the class tree. Those should give you a lot more survivability, damage reduction, extra stamina, as well as that frenzied region for more healing. Does get a cyclone on the mage at the very least, and only 28% damage, so he's able to do a bit of recovery. Trying to play into the Wild Stalker, I think. Talents. Stun, does have a blink. I don't know if you can maybe get him. You need an interrupt at some point on the arcane missiles. I think that's the only way you really get a proper convoke, because if you go for a convoke, wait, maim, still maybe interrupted, or not. Convoke into Icebug though doesn't really do much. But it's still, at least you're able to get a pretty decent defensive Yareem. So you traded what, a minute cooldown ability for a 4-minute cooldown? That is probably the better trade you can get. Skull Bash does lock him down, but he just needs a couple more of those. He needs to get that brutal Feral Frenzy on the guy as soon as possible. Ultra up for Yareem. But if he got himself a setup, just use that Feral Frenzy. He got himself the cooldowns. He just needs to press the frenzy button. There it goes. Potentially big damage here. Yareem gonna be under a ton of pressure. Potentially magic for Yareem though. He doesn't even care about his health bar. He's just looking at the orange health bar, looking to deplete it as fast as possible. This man. Dude, I was ready for the Feral Druid too. I was like, oh no. I want this Feral to win. I wanted to fight Yareem. I wanted to fight the Hunter and the other mage. I was close actually, man. I was close. That's mage for you though. You don't have to look out for your health bar. You're like, you know what? Yeah, just put out arcane mages. Yeah, arcane in particular is quite good, isn't it? But mages are just like, I don't have to worry about my health bar. I'll just look at your health bar, and if I can deplete it before mine depletes, I'll be fine. Let's get another one going. Let me know, both of you guys, if you have 5 still, and we'll go again. Full still, nope. Dope. Let's go again, man. Let's go again. Liana hasn't got a chance to play. I want to get Liana a chance to play. And as we lose bodies, we'll swap people out. We got Cobra who wants to join in. We got a couple other homies that can potentially ask here. But Bina is actually kind of full for the day. Full, but more lively, I'd say. And there we go. Started that. Check it with Yareem and I'll see if we're good to go. I'll whisper when we got a spot. Silvark leaves? Okay. Okay. That's fine. Cobra is down to join. Cobra is. Here we go. Yareem, you're passing me lead. I'll get Cobras on your team. Silvark leaves, but I think Silvark just switched over from one mage to the other. Yeah. Yeah, Silvark is in. You're good. Never mind. He just switched from one mage to the next. I think he has one setup, possibly. I'll do Black Hold. How do I join? So all you have to do is just let me know in game that you want to join, or once we have the groups open up in LFG, anybody and everybody's welcome to join. You can just whisper me if you want to. I'm Duels over on Westfall right now. So if you find me, just hit me up. Character is Death You, Death That? Yeah, more than welcome to, man. I can get you in as soon as we got a spot. We just, right now we have, oh, you Frost? I want to see that Frost. I don't think we've seen a Frost mage in these yet. Oh, no. I think we might have seen one. Maybe. Or was it? I can't tell if it's live or this. Might have been this. But yeah, it's, as soon as we got a spots, man, Curtis, I can get you in. I'll let you guys know, everybody know, whenever we got spots. Everybody and anybody's welcome to join us whenever we have spots. But yeah, anybody could just join up. Mostly we just put the groups in the LFG and you just sign up and that's it. You're good to go. Or if you just whisper, that's all good. Obviously, regarding PvP and PvE, it's been an issue for a while. Pets do little to no damage, just like dots have no damage on dot specs. Affy, nothing new. Just that's frustrating. I feel yeah. I think the inspection could potentially be the one to turn it around though, because Affy has been quite a popular choice. And imagine if they do 0 damage. How many warlocks would be upset about that, dude? Every warlock is the right answer. Every warlock would be upset about that. Okay, we'll do it like this. Switch. Got ourselves a bit of a. I don't think these two dueled each other. Successive versus Dookie Fighter, the Fury Warrior, the Slayer Incarnate. He's got his shovels. He's ready to go, dude. That's Successive. Opens up with a stun. Apparently, that's enough to crash one of my add-ons. I don't even have add-ons. I just Blizzard UI. Oh, this is Blizzard UI. So what add-on would be crashing? Blizzard? Huh? It's beta, so it's probably like, oh, we don't even know, dude. It's just an LU error. We can't help it. You know what I mean? It's probably the names, the lack of names above their heads. You know, it's a bunch of icons. Thunder does come down as Successive, calling down the elements upon Dookie. Man goes in with a quick Fury. Got him some defense. Avatar is up and available. Is there random proc of Avatar? It's gotta be random proc. Ascend itself for Successive. Got himself plenty of damage. Trying to see if he can maybe make this Ascend work with the Guardian. That's gonna be enough for him to survive. Big thunder coming up from above. And that's a bunch of wolves surrounding the guy. He needs a little bit of that frost damage and nature damage, because wolves, each corresponding element buffs that element by 10-20% per wolf. Knockback doesn't really go anywhere. Blaze Storm is available. That's going to do a ton of damage. That's going to be, well, not Blaze Storm, maybe just a proc of Blaze Storm. That is a real Blaze Storm that time. That could be scary. This is terrifying because Blaze Storm hurts a lot. Even on the Fury, got him in the execute range. Why just have him? Thunder does not stop this man. You can't short circuit this mechanism. He's out and about. Wait, they're actually not wearing anything? Wait, yeah, you actually have nothing for a mug. This man is actually naked. Absolutely naked. Johnny Boy swinging from the side. Got himself all the pet stun and everything available. Immediate charge for Dookie. Breaks out of it insta. Got himself full Avatar as well as Recklessness. Or if not Avatar, maybe a proc of Avatar? I think it's actually full Avatar. Full damage to Johnny. Johnny is in trouble unless he can escape it. He's just surrounded by all of the pets. He's just focusing on the pets while he can, but mostly try to avoid him. Johnny needs an out right now. He needs a kite, man. He needs to run. He needs to bail. That's still a lot of damage that he's dealing with. Is not a Dark Ranger, is he? I would hope not. I feel like nobody is. No Hunter wants to play Dark. I feel like Hunters want to play Dark Ranger, just not the mechanics of a Dark Ranger. They want to be aesthetically a Dark Ranger, but they don't want to like play as a Dark Ranger. The Fenrir charging out. Should put up a bleed on him, I think, right? Is that what Fenrir does? Pretty sure that's what Fenrir does. Freezing Trap, Johnny Boy is still on the back pedal train, trying to see if he can find a way out of this situation. And it's actually getting a bit of damage set up onto Dookie. Hold on, Dookie with the defensive. Johnny, I think, just needs to kite it out, max that rage, not let Dookie touch him whatsoever. If he could do that, I think he'll be golden. He got more pets summoned up, but unless he's got something, and he goes down. And that's going to be Thanky. A bit of a rematch too, actually. Last time Dookie just kind of snuck up and killed on Thanky. Out of left field, big Blaze Storm, immediate karma reversal. Dookie, at least he has an out for this one, tried to go for a leap, but a Clash pulls him in, dude. That grip, Clash ability is so good. Big leg sweep, full setup, knocking the warrior up into the air. He has nowhere else to go. Trinket just to make sure, I think, to touch of death him. Or for a touch of death, honestly, it's not even a touch of death. He just unplugged him. Him being a mechanism, he just went in the back and unplugged him. Pulled the cord. That's it. He's done. I love the Mechanoblorus setup here, man. It's so good. As Thanky getting absolutely slammed by fire and frost all together. A bit of that freeze, a little bit of the burn as Seamark is playing into the Frostfire setup. Got him some mobility for a blizzard. Got himself lots of zonal action as the Frostfire knocking it back in. He's got entire control over Thanky, of his movement, of his ability. Dropping out full meteor, Celestial Condiment, but it's a big ray of frost. He's able to recover a ton of healing with a Fort Brew, and if he has himself a port build, we can go for big Vivifies off of it. That'd be huge. Trying to go for a clash, but he's rooted. He can only charge Seamark towards him halfway through. But Seamark got himself plenty of that distance, plenty of that range. All this makes of fire and frost. Not feeling that good. Thanky may need something here. He's got not a lot. He can't even line aside. He can't even sit behind the pillar without an orb. Just harassing him the entire time. In cap, trinket immediately for the mage and just clashing him down. For last second, he's got himself recovery. This is your chance here, but a ring of fire, not gonna feel good. Not gonna feel good. Got himself the port. You need something. Karma is gonna help you live for a little bit longer. He needs an answer. Ice block stops that karma completely. You need to have an answer. You interrupted on nature. Not in a great spot. Fistfear is all he's got. Try to close the gap. Whatever healer you can get. I don't know what else you can do in this situation. It's gonna be frozen orb. Oh, spiked. My God, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. What's up, Davey? How you doing, man? Кобре, как это нет места? Когда будет место, я тебя приглашу. Хорошо. Cobra really wants to play, dude. Cobra really wants to play. He's like, how do you not have a spot for me, man? I'm like, we got these scripts together. What do you mean? Ray of Frostbite. Seamark tried to go for a full stone onto the Hunter. Wasn't able to get a full Snowdrift to encase the guy in eyes, but is still able to get a couple of those flurry hits here and there, especially with that Ray of Frost. He can try to get himself a potential setup that's going to be muzzled a little bit too early by a killer. So Seamark, that's at least casting mobility. He can't escape this room whatsoever. He's having to go for big spikes on the killer. Whatever damage he's got, he's always trying to see if he can build for it the entire time. Big charge by killer, potential lots of damage. Interrupted Seamark on fire, but not on frost. He still has access to a huge kit of abilities. Try to see if he can encase the guy in ice. Big Frostfire bolt, immediate trinket, but I think it's just over. Oh, kill shot by killer, and the man does get himself a victory, claiming at least one over for the team one. Seamark played that one really well, by the way, really well. Yeah, I think he used block and everything, right? Or a kill shot. Oops. Oh, never mind. Uh-oh. Never mind. I looked at your eyes bug just now. I guess it's like what was it just a kill shot crit? I feel like that's what hunters usually do to mages. It's like, wait, he just crit his kill shot. Like, I thought I was good, and I wasn't good. It'd be a classic if that's the case. Scatter onto medium. Try to find a way. Just use it back global. I deserve to die. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Killer, I don't know how you're gonna escape this, man. I don't know how you make it out of here alive. That is a paladin with big hammers coming down. That's once you get the hammer, the big one dropping. All the little hammers are enough to finish you off. Unless you have like a full camo, proper reset, all that stuff. It's a tough one. It's a tough matchup to be in. Deathlight does get hit with a stun off of a blind trinket. So now he's in a bit of a weird spot. He has to play super defensive. He used his cooldowns, used offensives, and a couple of blades on the midi. But midi still has himself full crusade wings off of this one. Wait. Is he Wake of Ash wings? He's not Wake of Ash's wings, right? That's just normal wings just popping here. So maybe he just saved those from the Hunter. Never got to use them. Big hammers can be down Death Life. He's got himself the wall. That's quite a lot of survivability. But you can see just the amount of hammers the guy's sending up from the sky. Literally, the gods above, Odin himself, sending hammers at Death Life. And those things actually hurt a ton. I don't know why. Actually, I feel like sometimes they do more damage than the big hammer ability. Not joke. Convoke up, but he can't really reach him. Having to wrath him from a distance. Bites are available. At least he's got himself a bit of comp points here and there. Quick roar onto the paladin, who's got himself the AoE hammer build. What is this? The AoE hammer build. He's got to basically spam out as much holy power as he can. It essentially those hammers replace his kind of replace his finishers for a bit. It's kind of like Breath of Tragosa, but for red paladins. It is weird, and you're like, wow, that sounds kind of awkward. It feels awkward to play into, but it's a fairly effective damage-wise. Because if you can get those hammers spinning, and you just build holy power, you basically got finishers that are doing AoE damage the entire time. I think you might have them locked down. Blasting protection. I don't know if you have any damage outside of bleeds. Cyclone, trying to at least control immediate best possible Death Life, potentially could make his way out of this situation here. Hold on a moment. The Feral Druid could pull it off. Meaning no longer has a bubble. He's got a stun. He's now playing very, very defensively. He has to play super, super safe. Searing Glare. He's trying to get a little bit of offensive poke action over Deathlight. But the next stun and convoke, I think, could be the end of him. He has a Shield of Vengeance. If he uses it, he better use it early. Seeing the Feral close the gap? Yep. Shield of Vengeance for Feral. Now he's having to reconsider it. Big Mame, Convoke, he's going for it. Shield of Vengeance, not enough damage, but the bites from Convoke are enough. And they did change bites recently, so you're more likely to bite your primary target and more likely to bite in general. The same thing goes for a Boomkin. You're more likely to Star Surge, and you're more likely to Star Surge your primary target and Full Moon it. But basically, yeah, they made him even a little better. It's like a little fix, but it's enough to be even stronger single target. Deathlight trying to see if he can be around Liana. Liana got himself a decent setup here, but Deathlight looking for that recovery at 49% dampening. I don't really know what you can do. Trying to go for regrows, that Wildstalker playstyle, trying to see if he can get those symbiotic blooms to help him recover here and there. The bear form, all that. I don't think he can really do much here. Just got him shot him out stun. Cyclone maybe? No trinket. Hold on. There isn't a trinket. 51% dampening. I don't know what you can do with these regrowths. At 51% dampening, I don't know what you can do. Stun. Trinket available. Bear from yet again. I don't know if you got yourself any actual healing. Route to follow by Liana. I think it is over, right? Roar. He is still alive. Unless you literally pop out of form and convoke to heal yourself right now, I don't know how you could live. Unless he's trying to set up a kill. I was gonna say. I think that's what he was trying to do at the end. Like, okay, I got convoke. Maybe I should try. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Let's get ourselves another go here, boys. Let's double check with the groups and see if anybody's dipping. Because if we are, we got spots that we can fill. Otherwise, we'll just keep it going. Arthur's here too. We can get him in here as well. Watching that man play Frost DK. I was about to say Frost Mage. Frost DK has been awesome. By the way, Frost Mage seems pretty good. It doesn't seem all that different, but it seems pretty good. Let me know if we're good for groups. Let me know on groups. I want to join. Hell yeah. One left. Okay. Invite. And get you +1. Yeah. We can get you guys Cobras. So just invite. Yeah, we'll get Cobras. Wow, whoa, whoa, whoa. Zug, what is happening? Wow, why me? Uh-oh. Do I join? I'll just Arcane Blast him here a little. I don't know set up properly for duels. I got an honorable kill. Zug almost got us, dude. He almost got us. Neat. Okay, so this group is set. Beautiful. Cobra down to join. 5. Double check it with ya. Because we got Arthur who also wants to join in if you guys need more. He tried Zug. I think he did pretty good. I think he ran in, but he just didn't have an escape plan. I feel like if he ran in, killed everybody, leapt out of the way as he's getting low, I think he might have been able to make it out alive. Does he want to join us? I would like to ask Zug if he'd be down to join us. Is that somebody on my real ID? It might be, actually. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna assume that means ready. Cool. I'm gonna do... We'll do Dalaran Sewers. We'll do Dalaran Sewers. Arthas, I'd love to get you in. We'll get you in as soon as we get a spot. How does that sound, my man? We'll keep going until people bounce, and once people bounce, I can get you in. I don't want to deny these boys the ability to play. We'll try to get as many games as we can tonight until I get hungry. I want to see a group of warriors wreck the whole area. Dude, that happened the other day. In fact, they had a... I think it was Pap one time. He just came in, killed everybody as a mountain thing warrior, which is a ton of AoE with them thunderstomps. They pressed avatar, a couple of thunderstomps, people died. It's a lot of damage. Ton of damage. So, in fact, he's saying, I want to see it. It actually did happen. I forget which stream was it. It might have been, I think, last week, if not this week. Pretty sure it was last week or even a week before that. But yeah, Pap did pop in. I'm pretty sure you slammed me and a couple other people, and we both had to run back to the graveyard in Westfall. Because the graveyard's actually kind of far for both Horde and Alliance, surprisingly. Alrighty, good Twitch. Got ourselves Team 2 with Cobra joining back in. I think he's not first, potentially. Maybe Deathlife is first. Deathlife out and about, skulking in the dark. We got ourselves Seamark in the back. Dookie Fighter, as well as the rest of the team with Midi and Liana getting kind of launched. But if you guys want to kind of hang out next to Seamark, or even at the corner where the stairs are, that's perfectly fine. There's no good spots to hang out kind of in the corner in this arena. Does go for a quick kick as Yareem looking to lock down Deathlife. As the man is having to choose, does he give this mage a death? Or does he get to claim his live breath to follow? Camera kind of weird on this mage, so there's not much you can really do. I'll try to see if we can track Deathlife here for a little bit until this fixes itself. But missiles are available. Touch of the Magi. Potential lots of damage. Got himself the barrage. Potential spark damage too. As it's going to be Deathlife. Got himself a little bit of defense as well. Still taking huge hits. Either way, the wall out for Deathlife. Got himself full fire. Locked down with a stun. Trinket is available. Convoke not up for the Deathlife. But in 30 seconds, if you can lock him out on Arcane, so you can't blink anywhere or interrupt him, and as long as there's no breath, I think you can really get something going here. Does try to go for a kick. Does not quite get it, man. That missile start and then canceling it. He is able to go for jukes left and right. I feel like Yareem on jukes is actually really, really good. I feel like he's almost always in that state of precog with his the PvP gems. He's getting kind of low though on health. Does go for Alter. Icebox still available. Deathlife has the Convoke. If he just interrupts him with Arcane, he'll be very, very solid. Rooted the guy, knocking it back. Is it enough right here? Got himself touch of the magic, potential lots of damage. If you can interrupt the missiles, it's going to be a Convoke. Interrupted right after. Maybe still got plenty of damage either way though. Or doesn't connect, but the missile's still doing plenty of damage, and that's another array of missiles. The man having to go for Heart of the Wild here. Plenty of survivability in Yareem. Should just be able to, I feel like, keep the pressure rolling. Just trying to see if he can maybe back up out of there. Might be looking at Icebox too. Deathlife needs to go for a bit of recovery, but I feel like if he can just continue the pressure onto Yareem, try to go for a kick, doesn't quite reach him. Knocked back yet again. More missiles around the corner as he's utilizing the precognition window as best as possible. Yareem try to go in, or Deathlife there, rather, try to go in for, I think, potentially setup from Bear from to Cat from Breath right after. Does he have enough here? He just needs a little bit. Deathlife needs to get the bleeds, needs to keep the pressure rolling, but needs to make sure those dots are constantly on Yareem. Touch of the magic potentially could be huge. That's going to be spark damage eventually. Missiles to follow. Barrage is not enough. Ice block and Deathlife still not out of the woods just yet. This is not going to spark on him, but he got symbiotic growth. But he does have a spark. And the way that you can tell there's a spark, I think it has an animation when you first pop and touch the magic on the guy, but there's also a sound to it. You can hear if there's a spark on you, because it feels like just a how do you explain it? It's almost like an engine that just keeps ramping and ramping and ramping, but it has this like very much an arcane WoW spell tinge about it, right? That's literally the only way I can tell if it's up, is if I hear the sound. I'm sure there's like some animation part that I'm just not looking at here, but there's definitely sound with it, which is interesting. Ultra available, got the Feral in a great position. He's able to completely zone him out away from the guy. Full burst available and everything. And Deathlife just needs a bit more. He's spending a lot of time in Bear for him, man. I feel like when you're spending this much time in Bear, you might as well go the Druid of the Claw, and that's too full touch of the Magi. There's just not much you can do. Together with that spark for a little bit of burst on top of it, it's Gold and Killer up next. Try to see if you can keep that pressure rolling in. And we're just having to go from Feral to the Hunter, and he's keeping that intensity the entire time. Does get silenced by Chimeric Poison. There's going to be a trinket out of the Hunter, trying to go for a bit of a knockback away from the guy. Does not have a block. Reverse Blink does put him in a bit of a weird spot, but got a little bit of healing. Ultra, he does have Ultra, potentially good go. Disarmed, he doesn't have to worry about weapons. Ultra, got value. Shields up. I don't know if you'll have enough anything here to work with. Invis to reduce some of the damage taken. That's good. Harpoon for the Hunter. You can't shake this Hunter off your back whatsoever. Try to go for a kick. Does go for the precog, but I think the damage may be a bit too much. Faint death by the Hunter. Kill shot to follow him. And just not that you can do him. You can hear it. I'm gonna try to see if we can turn it up on the the audio for it, just so you can hear it. I don't know if there's like an animation I'm supposed to be looking for, but you can definitely hear it. Liana around the corner does walk into this with a bit of an arcane shield. Not really Liana's fault. Yareem just trying to cycle his own shields. And like in PvP, you're just gonna run, even in 1v1, you're just gonna run a second barrier. You know what I mean? I remember somebody was like, hey, are you gonna let this Hunter run in when he has a shield? It's like, well, I mean, like, it's not the Hunter's fault. You know what I mean? He's just a mage AoE shield. He's not doing it for his team. He's just doing it to live. You know what I mean? Big explosive out and Killer. Try to see if he can get super aggressive. Trinket out for Liana. Just holding the ground. Look at that. Just standing still, focusing on damage, focusing on setup. That's going to be pet trapped up. And I think it's Killer's pet, right? I can't even tell. I think it was Cole's pet. Does double harpoon at each other, kind of running each other in place. That's gonna goes Chimeric Poison. Flank strike right after. Liana just focusing on the raw damage right now as best as they can. Neither of them are just going anywhere. Running anywhere just does nothing. Another defensive for Liana. Look at that survivability. When you use a defensive while low health, you get this hot that simply just keeps refreshing if you're low health. And it's just almost like an infinite hot that ends up basically building up a ton of pressure, ton of damage, and just takes them out with a bear. What a focused hunter that was, man. Well done. Corbins, I feel like, is trying to see if he can deny him any kind of reset. Does hit him with a binding shot, avoiding the succubus into a big coordinated assault. And the pet still not stunned up, which is unfortunate. Does go for the sack. That potentially could help you out here. Big lobbing explosive thrown out of a portal. Mortical into an infernal chaos bolt right after. Stun to follow with another demon spawning in. Soulfire. Liana is under a ton of pressure. There goes the turtle shell. And if you're low and you use defensives, that at least gives you healing over time. You got yourself a fairly strong healing over time effect. So at the very least, it's almost like you got a restoration druid covering you the entire time. So as long as you're taking damage while low health, while a defensive is being used, and you got the hot, keep it refreshing. Almost like a second wind kind of deal. One bolt, fear to follow. Second bolt setting up. Is that line of sighted? It is line of sighted. Flank a strike to close the gap. Trying not to get interrupted on Can's bolt. One bolt, maybe second bolt. Is that enough? He got a defensive. He's got a defensive and a hot. He just living through the fire damage right now. He's pressing defensive and just standing their ground. You gotta love it into a Can's bolt again. And just eating bolts for breakfast like they're nothing. Corbin is the one having to pop a wall here. Liana popped wall once and they're just surviving just on the healing over time alone. Look at that! Pack leader survival is insane. Soulfire trying to close that gap, reducing some of the damage taken. Got himself fortification of the bear, which is huge. In stun onto Corbin. He does have a wall this time around. Hold on. If you can interrupt him with right ability, he's trying to be very careful. Trying to go for a kick on Kazbolt and then kick on Shadow into a scatter onto the fear. Trying to see if he can play around this as best as he can. Kazbolt does go for the Chimeric, stopping a lot of the pressure. Explosive is ready, trying to line of sight. Hold on a second. It's so low. Mortar coil. Is that enough? Does he have any way to close the gap? Trying to see if he can escape that stun. You got a portal. He just needs to end them. Ruination is available for chaos, for the Warlock. Got himself full Ruination. Fast cast. What is that cast? Grenades? I think it's over, right? Hold on. Chaos 1. Oh, wait a second. He's still alive. Chaos Bolt. Hold on. Is this it? Does he kill him? Oh. Liana's still alive, dude. I need to count how many bolts you ate. That was insane. And the last it takes you was successive. Just tases you. Just places against. Is that? I guess I was gonna say places a taser against your neck until you just go down. And I thought, wait, is that is that how you use a taser? I guess the neck. I don't know. Because I know some spots would be like frowned upon. That's where my brain went, dude. It's like, damn, what is he on about? Don't ignore me. Mini with a full crusade. Is that a crusade proc or is that like an actual crusade though? Is my question. Quick blind onto successive into searing glare. I think it's a full crusade. I think it's just full on swinging. I think I can't hard to tell, man. Hard to tell. But he's got himself a Hodge. Trinket available for successive. Backing up out of there. One Merc has 1-0 damage, dude. Seriously, Cobra. It is a ton of bolts, man. He ate so many of them. It is wild. Bubble up for Midi. Yeah, I think that was his actual full crusade. But it's got himself playing with those hammers, dropping down. Except they're hitting all the pets out of successive. Successive. Backed up out of there. Got himself full of sand. Lightning bolts to follow. He just needs a bit more damage. He just needs a bit more ramp up. Needs to make sure he can get him the massive Tempest coming down. Oh my god. That Tempest. It looked beautiful. Holy. Cobra out of shape. No. Far from it. You should have seen him yesterday, Christers. Yeah, definitely not, man. Definitely not. It's just the Hunter diff, man. Pack leader is not gotten as much attention as it should have, but now that like they're fixing a lot of the hero talents, pack leader's playable. Sorta. At least the defensive is very playable. Big Blaze Storm out for Dookie. Got himself full setup ready to go. And Access Active got himself wall. He made to use it really early. Double that charge. Just cannot shake this guy off of him whatsoever. He's got Warlock House, so maybe to help him out here a little. But not a lot of help to work with. 51% dampening, one more execute away, and it's over. Yeah, with Dookie, especially with how those executes ramp up, it's gonna come down to Thanky. Thanky trying to give this man a bit of an honor duel, let him get a full second win and all of that. He won't have Trinket, he won't have offensive if Thanky is careful. might be in a great spot. He's still got to go up against Dookie as well as Seavark. So thank you. Better be very, very careful with his cooldowns. I feel like you want to use them, but make sure you rotate him perfectly, essentially. I think you have to rotate your cooldowns perfectly. Karma really, really early versus Dookie. He got him some big defenses as well. That is a full set of images here and everything. Fist of Fury, Zuen is in play. Does he just go in for a Celestial potentially? He's just gonna go for that clash into a full-on conduit. Lexi, Mad Burst, might have him low enough. I think Touch of Death needs to use it. Does go for that Touch of Death. Rolling out, and Seavark, I think he wants to give him as much of an auto duel, but we are pretty high into dampening. There isn't so much healing you could really do in this situation. Immediately hits him with a breath. Poly, maybe that heals him? Kind of. It does heal him at the very least. Trying to stun him, but a Meteor with the Comet Storm does get to avoid it. Ring a piece of zone out Seavark, but Seavark is the master of control, master of that zonal action. Couple of blizzards, couple of frozen orbs around the pillar, and Tanky cannot stand by the pillar whatsoever. He doesn't have a karma, so he's better be very, very careful here. Glacial Spike trying to see if he can stop it. He needs to line of sight if at all possible. If he got him supports, he needs to use them whenever immediately. Also, if you have paralysis, that needs to be utilized. He's super, super low with those flurries lands. Oh, that is so rough. That is a lot of damage, though. I don't know how you live that. Liana just 8 folds back to back, dude. I need to rewatch that when I get a chance. Also, Successive does a lot of healing for that high dampening. That's crazy. I need to rewatch it. I need to literally just count it, man. I need to have a number show up, like a counter. How many bolts and ruinations and even soul fires you ate. How many big hits you ate to the face and just chilling. That's so good. Gotta love survival, man. Like, they're tanky, which is so good for survival, right? Finally, you feel like all the other melee, fairly tanky, fairly mobile. I did many mistakes in that fight. I think it did great. 5, dope. Awesome. Awesome. We'll queue in a sec. Double check it with him if he's ready. We'll go again. Hunter healing. It is wild. It is wild. She been nerfed? I don't know. Maybe. Well, maybe. Who knows, right? Who knows? My chat is all kinds of weird. Dookie. And let it die join is gonna drop. Okay, okay. That's good. He is more than welcome to keep. Yeah, anytime, man. Could start being like 2 people in a group so we face different enemies. We could switch some people out. Usually as we do these, groups naturally swap around. But we might do something like that. Hey, man, just accept your Dal. Hell yeah. Alright, it looks like we're ready, yeah? Cool. So are we sure we have everybody here? Okay, cool. I think we have everybody. Okay. Lord Aya run 5. We'll do Lord run. And we'll see how it goes. Invite Arthas? Okay. Cool. Sounds good for me. As long as we got 5. 0 damage, it's fine, man. It's fine. Honestly, it's that Hunter diffy. They are a lot tankier, though. That is something to say. Like, that mastery provides them quite a bit of that defensives. So I could see maybe the Hunter for survival maybe being adjusted in PvP, just because they have that extra layer of passive defense, right? Essentially, like, they got second versatility. You know how versatility in PvP reduces the damage you take? They got a second one that plays off of your mastery. So, mastery versatility, gonna give you so much defense, it's not even funny. It's very similar to like Destra Warlocks and BFA when they could stack mastery, and essentially it gives them like a defensive and an offensive benefit until they nerfed it for PvP. But essentially it felt like they had 2 versatilities while everybody had 1. You know? So I could see something like that in the future. I don't know exactly how they would nerf it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up like touching that survivability a little. You know? I hope they don't touch the mastery. I think that's an awesome part. I think that should stay as is. But the healing numbers, they could probably be adjusted. Twitch. Loving the new Hunter, it's great. Survival's been duckling for long. True. I love him being popular again, man. I love him being actually playable. Stanky, try to see if you can just do a bit of an auto match with Dookie. I love that, man. I love it. Meeting each other, power to one another, then slamming each other's faces with fists and shovels. As Dookie got himself a pretty early blaze, some pretty early set of cooldowns, leaping around the corner. He wants to see if he can maximize those CDs. Trinket out of thinking with a karma reversal for Dookie. Honestly, you could just keep hammering into that karma, but better be very careful. That's quite a bit of damage out of Thank You with that Zuen and everything available. Popping the defensive zone, trying to make sure he's playing it out as best as possible. At least has counter for cooldowns, taking quite a bit of damage though. Thank You also kind of lowish on health. Celestial Conduit, lots of damage. Juki needs an out for this situation, needs a heal, but he got him low enough with a quick touch of death. Quick unplug from the back. Down he goes. That's a rough one, man. The amount of burst damage that a warrior can do and a hunter and a monk can do is quite a lot. Who's up next? One of you guys gotta go. Is it Arthas? Is it Mini in the back? Is it Layana or is it Yareem by any chance? Oh wait, Seawork is gone, right? Yeah. His Cobra is over on team 2, waiting for his turn. Deathlife, we got ourselves Successive, as well as Killer over in the back. I like his Mog, by the way. Look at this, man. He's got himself like this celestial, bluish, armored type of look going on. I actually like it a lot. Who is it going to be next? Is it the Thank You versus Yareem? It looks like it is. The Mage versus the, I was going to say Hunter. I don't know why I'm trying to say Hunter over and over. Polly, Lex whipped it, has a Trinket with a bit of an altar, trying to see if he can reposition. If Thank You can get on top of the Mage, knocking him up in the air for a second, that could be huge. Whirling Dragon Punch is awesome, actually. If you can set up a Whirling Dragon Punch during the right time, I think you just want to use it whenever it's available. But definitely utilize that knock-up ability when you get a chance, because if you can save it just by a little, delay it for a second, use it at the right time to knock up a cast, that could be huge, man. That could be awesome. Try to see if you can stay on top of your Yareem a little bit here. That is going to be full spark with a karma reversal. Just try to see if you can take all that offensive damage of the mage and reverse it back to him with that karma while staying as aggressive as humanly possible. Big back blinks for the mage repositioning, but it's support out of the monk, able to get himself a better position, staying on top of the mage, clashing right at him with a celestial conduit. Took a couple of hits. Try to see if you can move with that celestial conduit as fast as possible. Then it's going to be a random Zuen proc together with all the other celestial procs. In cap for a second as he goes in for Lexiup to follow, potentially ice block. Whoa! Was that altar? He just altered that far? Oh, what was that? That must have been altar, right? I was gonna say he escaped pretty far. That was pretty quick. Ring of Peace is gonna force a block out of the guy. That was well done. Those knockups with the Ring of Peace and Whirling Dragon Punches, that's huge. He's setting himself up. He's getting himself ready. He's trying to figure out which way is this man gonna blink. He's trying to be trying to get ahead of the curve here as best as possible. Poly to follow. And finally Reem gets himself a breather and a chance to go for a full Arcane Surge setup. Thanky, back it up out of there. Line of sight is his best friend, using the porch in order to stay away, forcing the blinks out of the mage, and potentially could put him in a really good spot. Doesn't interrupt him. This could be huge. Breath to follow on the off of the arcade, so at least he got summoned to follow up. If he does get interrupted in his primary school of casting, Breath is huge, Nova is huge. And even a knockup is massive in that situation. Ultra is available. Thanky needs to, I think, consolidate his buffs here. He got Stormwrath and Fire coming up. I don't know if he's got Celestial, but if he got Celestial with Stormwrath and Fire, that could be huge. Images getting sent out in every direction. Evocation to follow with that karma. That's an opportunity for him to maybe build up that karma damage, build up the potential. He's got Chigio everywhere with his new Zawa dropping in. There's quite a bit of damage though with the Celestials proccing for you. He's taking advantage of that. He's got himself a decent setup with Arcane Missiles to follow. Maybe this will be enough here. Breath to follow. Poly right after. Yareem giving himself yet another second to breathe, but his health is doing a lot worse than last time. He needs to sit down for food, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Think he can disrupt any of that eating. Any of that as quickly as possible. He'll be golden. Does go for the kick, but the mage able to recover even a little bit of food. Has himself images, or does he not have images? Images button for him is grayed out, so I don't know if it's like broken or what happened. But is it going to be a port out of Thanky? Back it up out of there really quickly. Porting back in to try to see if he can zoom out. Get out your breather. Zoom back in. Charge in. Trying to go for a kick. Does not connect. That's going to be full precog for the mage. Using mobility to escape. Celestial Conduit is up and running. Maybe this will be enough damage. Trying to go for a big kicks. Does go for the poly. Trigger to follow out of the monk. Trying to see if he can end the duel right now. Perhaps for Yareem going counter offensive here. Thanky does not have a defensive here, I don't think. Unless he's got Fort Broom, which is the one that can track. Interrupted on Arcane is huge though. Trying to go for a trick and that doesn't stop your cast. Interrupts up. Touch of the magic. Wait, hold on. Maybe the mage short is around. Wait a second. Oh! Never underestimate a mage, man. Once they go on the aggressive, once they go on the offensive, even if they're low, it's really up to them to find out if they are winning this one or not, man, because it's a question of how much ZPS can they do in that situation with those cooldowns. That's going to be a bit of a reversal, repositional for Yurim. Got himself invis as well as a shield. He is still dotted, he is still rotting though. And he just needs a couple of ticks of flame shock, and I think the guy might just be done for the count here, trying to see if he can close the gap. He doesn't have to commit a lot of cooldowns. That trinket might be maybe a pretty big commit though, because you may need that trinket for Fallen Arthas here, unless you can pre-layer defensives over Arthas' burst, who's just trying to see if he can set up a stun. Big Grippy available, pre-walling this, that's a good move. Full army of the riders are in and in place. Silence to follow, Burrs on the ground, Burrs his head away from his troubles, and trying to see if he can get away, does get to get away. So actually for successive, this is a good move right now. Arthur's charging in, trying to see if he can keep the pressure rolling in. Full ascend with Guardian. Is that going to be enough? Arthur's got himself a big defensive while he hangs out in the dome. A lot of that magic damage that successive was thrown out, all that is going to be dampened, but he still needs to get those death strikes in there as best as possible. Big thunderous roars clapping down on the deathline. IBF and goes in for a quick stun on the shaman with a blind to follow. Another death and decay at the ready. Light the last to stop him. Does have a human Rachel, or human Rachel for that one. And successive with his shield, got himself at least a bit of survivability with a bit of self-heal with the totem as well as the guardian joining in, give him a little bit of extra health to work with. Silence to follow, locked down for a second. Arthas may just be able to take it here unless successive can somehow interrupt this. He's trying to heal, he's doing what he can. Oh, and Arthas just ended up cleaving him down. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of pressure, that is a lot of damage to deal with. I thought honestly successive was going to be able to maybe somehow get out of that one scot-free, but that's silence on a couple of huge blitz and frost strikes out of Arthas, and that was it, man. That secured him a victory. Stun onto Killer, has a trinket available. Lichborn is up, goes in for a massive heal as himself dips super low. He can't heal right now unless he can just start firing through the necrotics. I think he just tried to get aggressive. Holy, hold on, no shot! He just kept on trucking that damage. Are you kidding me? And the Hunter was looking at the health bar. He was like, he has no health. I just need one good hit. One good hit. You need to also not forget that you have a health bar too. And if your health bar reaches 0 before his health bar, you're dying. That is so rough. Oh, is he giving him honor duel? I can't tell. I can't tell. I don't know if Cobras was trying to give him the honor match, but Arthas does not want it. By the looks of it, Arthas does not want it. He got himself a bit of line of sight. Army of the Dead available. Our army of the Riders of the Apocalypse are available. He could AMS summon the Riders. He's trying to go for a couple of death strikes off of that succubus, get whatever health he can, using that mobility on the horse. At least he's able to move at 100% speed minimum, even to get hit with a slow. Infernal does get a dodge, a grippy hand available. Full resources are up. Cobra has got himself plenty of defenses that he can utilize here. Silence to follow him. Succubus is out. Army of the Riders are out in play. You gotta grip the guy back in as soon as possible. Grips him in. Got him to reflect. I don't know. IBF is available, so Arthas could just keep trucking this. Dome down, feared, ruination, but that's gonna stun. IBF is gonna use just to give him more health to work with. Wall off of Corbis, out of the health. Mortal Call to follow. I don't know if you got another grip. If you have another grip, maybe this could be huge. Got himself a AMS backup unavailable. I think it's from Riders or his own AMS. I'm not even sure. He's trying to do whatever he can to survive this. Next second, CC could be the end to the death line. Trying to do whatever he can just to keep himself alive. Blind onto Cobras for a second, but that Chaos Mother just unleashing a barrage of fell at the guy. Trying to go for a kick, does not quite get it. Trying to maybe go for a stun. Whatever health he's got, he's trying to do what he can. Maybe a silence last second on the guy? No. He's got himself the full Warlock health recovery with a massive Hellstone Soul, what is it, Soul Sacrifice? I don't remember what's it called. Midi does get hit with a succubus. See, he does end up sanctifying himself. But it's not enough, I guess. Hand of freedom just to keep himself moving. Mortal Call out by Cobra. Oh, mad damage onto Midi, having to go for a bubble. Wings are available. Cobra, I don't know if he can survive this. That's a full bubble. Is that enough though? Hammer's flying in. Hammer's just clashing down on you. Hammer's a clashing on your pet too, but the pet doesn't end up catching him with a succubus. You see it last second. Oh no, Shadow Fury doesn't quite connect, doesn't quite reach. Oh, no. Bonzafeld does not attach either. I think Bonzafeld was on the left side, but the guy went up above, and that's going to be Orifine charges in with a quick chaos hit cleave. 5% more damage taken while that cleave wound lasts. Oh, Cobras might actually be able to come back here. Succubus catching midi, but he does go for a full lay on hands. That might be the play. I don't know if he's got Spell Warden. He's got Blessing Protection. Question is, does he talent into Spell Warden for these? Because that's the only way I think he survives this right now. This is a tough situation. Full Chaos Bolts flying in. If you have yourself that immunity to magic damage, now you'll be golden. Now would be the time to do it. Try to go for massive damage. Big Ruination around the corner. Does not connect, I don't think. Or maybe he did send it. I can't tell really. It happened so fast. So quick. He does have it. Does he have the damage though is the question. He can at least stand next to Cobra. Full stun. I don't know if he's got himself the big hammer go. Wake of Ashes to at least stun the pet. Big hammer does come down. He needs to stay next to Cobras for this hammer to hit him. Otherwise the hammers are just going to be unleashed into the demons. At least he got himself a little bit of healing. And yeah, that Succubus, as well as the little referrals, are still eating those hammers. The big Empyrean hammers coming from the sky. The little hammers flying down. Cobra. Oh, I think it's over with that Mortical locked in. This man is locked in. He's ready. Liana. Last time you versus Cobra dueled each other, you ate his Chaos Bolts back to back to back. Chaos Mother spawns in. Quite a bit of damage. Succubus catching you. Oh, you just taking that freebie damage. And those demons that shoot out damage, the Pit Lords, Chaos Mother, and the Overlord, they're all quite a bit of overall damage. Like, that should not be ignored. Full reset for Cobras. Gotta walk him up very, very soon. Big gateway to escape out of that situation into a stun from range with an intimidation. Fear to follow. Got himself full setup. Chaos Bolt 1, Bolt 2 after, Bolt 3, Ruination to follow, Bolt 4. Hold on, how many bolts have he sent? I don't think that last one was sent though. That Ruination, there's a bolt after. Try to go for a Fear. So far, maybe with a bolt. You have another bolt? Stunned, but he's got a health at least. I don't know how much more. Oh, I think it's over for Cobras. I think it's over. Harpooned by the Hunter. Just absolutely unstoppable, man. Who would survive? The master of literally the Cataclysm itself. Cataclysm roots open up Earth. Or just... or a pet owner. Survival Hunter's so good, man. My Deathlife just thorns and just actually thorned himself. Liana, I don't know if you can live this. That's a lot of damage from a Feral Druid. You do have a hot though, and it is a lot of healing. Something about this hot I feel like makes you think that it ignores dampening. Maybe. Wall is available, gives him a bit extra defenses to work with, but that final bite. That last bite. Man. 2 for Arthas, 2 for Cobras. That was so good. Liana holding the fort, but at some point when the dampening is so high, there's only so much you can do, man. Templar nerfs don't feel good. I agree with you. I hope they're not super heavy on the nerfs. I like Templar a lot. It's like the big haymaker, while the other has a lot more damage over time components and like self-healing with Eternal Flame. I'm hoping they're not too heavy on the nerfs. Especially since they're like, what, Death Knights recently got buffed up and they keep nerfing mages, but mages are like insane still. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of other classes that are insane. I'm hoping they don't nerf Templar too hard, man. It's fun. It's very, very fun. I hope they keep it as is. Are you dead or just faint dead? I think just fainted. Alright, how we doing on groups, boys? R? Let me see if you are as well. How are we doing? What time is it? It is 5:18. Oh yeah, sorry, no problem. No worries. We're ready? Awesome. Awesome. I feel like we've done a lot of these duels back to back to back in like a single hour so far, doesn't it? Oh wait. Okay, I'm confusing myself. That's my B. Yeah, okay, cool. Because we started an hour earlier. So I'm still in a mindset of like, oh, we started 5. And I felt like, wow, in the first hour we've done a lot of duels. I was like, wait a second. No, I started an hour early. Ignore me. Ignore me. These are so fun, but they're so scary. Dude, Dookie, don't. Yeah. Have you seen my cheek clapper 9000? Dude, I need to see that cheek clapper 9000. What are we do? That's the question now. We do. I forget what. Thank you. What happened? Lose somebody? Oh, we did lose somebody. Okay, need one. Okay. Neat. Okay, pass lead. Pass lead plus. And I'll take care of it all. I'll take care of everything. Hold on, we do need an extra. Death left. Death being okay. Feral Druid, got it. Need on the moss? Yeah. Manikosa, hey. Hey, Dose Knight. Check him with Minicosa. I'm sure he'll be interested in joining these. He's kind of insane. He's kind of an insane man. Otherwise, I could ask. I think everybody here. Oh, Zetris. I could ask Zetris. Hey, Zetris. See if he'd be interested, man. I have a bug where the extra healing shield from Sacred Sin doesn't proc. Oh, that's annoying, yeah. Or it doesn't proc at all. Yeah, that is annoying. Because that's like a solid bit of shielding. And like, it works out of hammers. So basically that entire kit doesn't even work. That's a bummer. Yeah. That's yeah. That sucks. Hopefully they'll get a fix, man. Because I think I always thought like, okay, well, the, what is it? What do you call it? Herald of the Sun just has so much baked in survivability. There's just like the hammer one needs something. You know what I mean? It needs something in terms of similar to that. And if that attack kit doesn't work, yeah, it's just not gonna feel great. Not gonna feel good. Was that for bullets for idiots? Hold on. Wait, somebody said who cares for bullets for idiots? What do you mean? Biggest part of history, true. If you hammer, you get stunned at the same time. If you use a hammer and you get stunned at the same time, the damage extra hammer shield doesn't go off. Damn. Yeah, hopefully they'll get it fixed. Hopefully, make sure you report that. And hopefully they'll end up, what is it? Taking care of that. Whatever. Right? What the hell is Devil Dog? Wait, does somebody have a companion to call him Devil Dog? What? Yeah, that's a bummer, man. But it's so much damage though when it does work, right? It's like, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. All right, we gotta get somebody then. Kato asked earlier, he didn't say anything. Cinderbrew, Turgard. I could ask one of these guys, I guess, but like, you know. Oh wait, Party. Does he want to join in? He was here earlier. He's in Storm right now. I asked Minicosa, he never got back to me. He's offline, or not offline, but he's AFK. I guess I'll ask Yolande, and I'll just start asking. Hey, Yolande. Let me also go in front of Stormwood real quick and double check there. Maybe Minicosa will come back. Because I like to have Minicosa join these, because he's a pretty good monk. And it's pretty fun to hang out with and whatnot. But I'm gonna check in front of Storm and see if there's anybody I can whisper. Otherwise, we'll get these back up and running in a bit here. Just need that Uno Mas. Oh. People are here. Huh. Do 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 do. Huh. I don't know if they're like Q12s or something, or at least trying to Q2s. I guess I could ask, right? Hey, Deatho. Oh, that's Deatho. The other guy's a healer. I'll go back with the homies. Yeah. You know, I definitely hope they take a look at Pallies, but out of all the classes, man, they take a look at. Like, I definitely hope they find a second to look at Pallas. But, yeah. Which Pal? All good, all good. All G, all G. No worries. What about Beta Ret? Hey, Beta Ret. See if Beta Ret will be interested. Because that'd be another Pally. That'll work too, yeah. Dookie's in. Middy's in. I think that's about it. Okay. Okay, well, I'll ask a couple of people. I'll give them a second and I'll start going through the rest of the the guild. Because we got Droski over there, we got Dacia, and all that. Otherwise, you can maybe ask Party. Oh, part 24. I keep calling him Party. But yeah. Duel 1v1 Well, Deathlight wasn't on these, but he's bounced out of these for a bit. Zed just asked earlier, and Beta Red I also asked, so I'm seeing if they say anything. Because we just need a +1. Minikosa, he just stepped away, like, worst time. I'm sure he would have been definitely down to join in. Where is he gone? I can't even tell. Can't even tell. Richard Solos, he's trying to get Zetris in on his stream. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Zetris says something. I was for him, but we'll see. Didn't Shuffles appreciate that? Yeah, all good. Hold on. Well, now let's try it. Hey, we got the boy. Minikos is in. We're good, boys. We are good. We are set. We got some duels up and running. And this group is Thank You group. Okay, cool. Nice. We are ready. Okay. We ready. You now. Invite spectator match. Yeah, Reem, and just to make sure, thank you. 5. And we'll do the grand again. No grand. Beautiful. Hopefully it works. Maybe the grand bugged. Okay, I think we are set. I'm not even paying attention to this conversation at all. I'm popping it last second, man. Last second. I got a Q no pop. Yeah, I will try to do a different one then. Let's do, if not the grand, let's do that's another good one. Tiger's Peak. I feel like we haven't done a Tiger's Peak in a bit. Let's see if maybe that works. If possible. Tigers? Okay, Tigers still also kind of bugged. It's like, it's a sentence in queue, but it's not actually letting us in queue. Okay. Hang tight, boys. Hang tight. It's gonna take me a second here. It's gonna give me a second. And we'll hopefully get the, the duels back up and running. I'll give it a second to see if it's like processing or is bugging. It's us. What happened? We're in queue for no grand. Okay. I'm gonna re-queue. Okay. Yeah, so now the queue is gone. I guess I'm gonna have to do it like this. Data match. Thank you, and God, I'm so bad with this. Yareem 5 and the grand 1. And thank you, I messed up your name. Maybe that's why it didn't work. There we go. Hopefully. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it might have been on my end actually. Thank you. What I might have done is I might have when I'm typing the name thank you, I keep doing it with 2 Y's instead of 2 K's. So, oh, we got 2 monks on the same team. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I do want to see how well Minikosa does though. They did end up different monks by quite a bit. Or at least a self-healing from last week. So I want to see how that ends up working out versus team 1 and team 2. I do want to see that. I do want to see how that goes. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, we got another one here. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 with Cobras, the boy, the man, the myth, the legend. We got ourselves bad names, man. Killer. We got Minikosa going back in with successive and thank you. You know, the more I look at this monk set, I thought to myself, you know what? I like it. I just don't like the hat. Maybe the hat would grow on me. And you know what? It still hasn't. I'm still not a fan of the hat. I like it's unique. I don't think they've done that before, but it's like, It's like unique, but at the same time it also feels like just a normal hat from Pandaria. Almost like it could have been a quest item back in the day. Arthas first up versus Successive, a bit of a rematch with these two. And I think last time it was one of those where Successive almost had Arthas. Got him for defensive play immediately. Kind of a bit of a deja vu moment, actually. Just full set of pets, full stun, immediate underground, into a right back in with a grip. But actually got himself the Earthy Elemental this time around. Look at that Earthy Elemental. Look at this Riders attacking the Earthy Ele the entire time. Wait, Riders denied with an Earth Elemental? Hold on a second. Technically, the Earth Elemental does have like a taunting aura about it. So every few seconds or so, it does pulsate a taunt to everything around you. So it was able to taunt all the riders on it. So honestly, Successive could just avoid that entire whole go completely. I never even thought about it like that. Full root onto Successive for a second, trying to see if he could break out of it as soon as possible. Arthur's taking it a bit more of a defensive, trying to see if he could wait out until Permafrost is available again. For Successive, he definitely needs to find a way to get back over there and start hammering Arthur's with that consistent damage, with those zaps from a distance. Yeah, that's essentially exactly what it needs. Quick blind off of that grip, try to go for a proper stun. Successive does have a pre-wall for this one, and he's just going to use it early as a silence comes out for Arthas. Not the worst move actually to go for that kind of a defensive. As long as he's got himself resources, he will be okay. Full bloodlust. And with that said, if you can just keep Arthas out in the open, I think exactly, yeah, just back away, keep auto attacking from a range. I feel like this could potentially be enough here. Lichborn with an IBF, that's a lot of defenses committed by the Death Knight. I think you have to, though, in that kind of situation. More green is him, adding a little bit extra additional damage. AMS to follow as well. I think it's the AMS from more green to stun, so building up at least another one. But Successive trying to go for a knockback, but while the horse cannot be moved, cannot be shaken. Got himself plenty of Maelstrom available with a massive thunder, but it's going to be a full army of the riders joining back in. And with the damage, Arthas at this point was going to drain on CDs, but the riders joining in was just all he needed. Killer is going to be up next. Last time Killer saw the health bar of the Death Knight get incredibly low. He was going for the kill, trying to see if he can add him right then and there. Blind onto Killer for a second. Does go for a trick and death back last moment. Arthur's got full set of cooldowns. I don't know if he has enough to survive. Quick stun last second. Hold on, AMS recover for some of the magic damage. Silence onto Killer. Killer goes in for a turtle shell. Backing up out of there with a full medic advantage. Arthur's having to charge out as well. He has the pet to at least death strike off of. It definitely should utilize it to recover. Killer took so much damage in health, but that turtle well set up, full heal, fully back in there. Arthas under a ton of pressure yet again. Got himself the riders joined in with a little bit of healing that he can do while the pet is away. He's got to be very, very careful here. A couple of grenades and an explosive shot could be the end of you right here, right now. I feel like Killer has got himself a killer advantage right now. Full disarm onto Arthas, has himself AMS for some of the magic damage at the very least. Death strikes, barely keep him alive, trying to go for a proper stun. I don't think he has the damage. He has to play super defensive still. Maybe he can go for a silence onto Killer. He's got mobility, and all he can do is potentially try to escape from stun. Does not have an escape here. No, wait, Human Rachel last second does come back out. Blind? Does he have a setup? Silence for a moment? Very limited what he can do. IBF up very, very soon, though. I don't know if it's going to be enough to try to see if he can cleave him down, but and he was doing quite a bit of damage too for a second. Just not enough to take him. As is gonna be Midi charging in full crusade at the ready. Scatter. As he got himself full Wake of Ashes. Does he have the big hammer coming down? Should hopefully have it. Does have the massive hammer. Imperial hammer's coming down. That's a defensive from Killer right now. And I think Killer actually switched up his build. I think he's no longer a sentinel. I think he might be pack leader. Walking Midi into a freezing trap, but looks like the dots or the pet breaks him out of it immediately. Binding shot to follow. Needs an escape. Got himself a melt for a second. He needs an extra defensive. He's got himself one more defensive actually. He's got himself the wall, which is going to give him that healing over time. So he should be okay. If he hovers at low health, as long as he doesn't take a huge hit in the execute type, he might be all right. Look at that recovery. The hammer's coming down though. He got himself a bit of that pet sack or that other, or if not pet sack, it's a Master's Call. Doesn't even matter which one it is. It is going to be Midi taking him out from there on. And it's going to be full gate setup, blind onto the pet, as well as the Warlock. And Midi not going to have a great time with the lock since he's mostly out of cooldowns. He could potentially go for Spell Warden. Wings are being used right now. And right now, while you have Crusade, unless it's about to run out, and that's exactly what the case was. unless it's about to run out, you should get aggressive. You should try to see if you can take him down. And I think for Midi, he might just have to wait essentially 2 minutes until CDs are back up. Unless you can get a couple of hammers to break past the defenses of Cobras. If you can get a couple of hits on him, when shield, the Dark Pact shield is down, then I think he'll be fine. Stun around the corner, doesn't quite connect, doesn't really go as far. He thought Midi would be walking at him, not being around the corner. The hammers do come down. He's trying to make sure those Imperial hammers are hitting the Warlock, but he's having to cover such a long distance that Succubus could stop you halfway through. Try not to. Stun reflected back at him though. Cobras knew that Midi was eager to get that stun as fast as he could. Mortal Coil sent him. Midi, not an amazing spot. Spell Warden might be the way you play this. Infernal Bolt, trying to see if he can avoid it. He's trying to see if he can delay all his other immunities. He doesn't have Lay. He doesn't have Bubble. It may need to be a Spell Warden action. Or maybe he's going to try to see if he can combine Spell Warden with other cooldowns. I'm not really sure. Wake of Ash is available. Hammers are coming down. Maybe this is the play. Spell Warden is up. Immune to all the damage. Immune to CC from magic. And Cobra's backing up on it. Does he have the gate back up and available? Maybe just having to focus their attention onto that pet. He's got Crusade available and everything. Either as a proc or as a real Crusade. Does go for the stun, but a Succubus catches him and just puts him right against the wall, not let him go anywhere. Fear to follow, just to keep the chain of damage going. Shadow Fury with a Chaos Bolt. Incinerate to follow him. That might just be enough. Mortal Coil to follow. Does he have enough damage here? Portals are up. As he got himself that Shield of Vengeance available. Trying to go for a bit of that Flash of Light healing. Man, quick blind for Midi as he's trying to recover here. Bubble back up in 2 minutes. I don't know if you can stay that long. Wings are up though. Hold on. Wings are up. Hammer's coming down. Does not go for the stun onto Cobra. He does go for the port. We just stay attack the pet. I think he just stayed kill the pet at this point. And Cobra trying to see if he can get himself a better position. Look at him potentially pulling the pet back and health funneling. That's actually not the worst for Midi because at least Cobra's taking health damage. Sorta kinda. With a Chaos Mother right around the corner. Succubus could potentially catch you. You need to be line of sighting that thing. You need to be very, very careful of this thing right now. And there it goes. There it goes. Wall for Cobras too. That is a massive defensive. Midi, maybe he has some survivability left in him. He's got a Hand of Freedom. Mortal Coil with his bolts is not going to feel great at all. Second bolt with the Ruination right after. And that Ruination coming down. The Ruination doesn't really like clash onto its target. It looks like it comes down. You still take damage, but you can't really see it like follow the target. How long are you doing? What's up, Ink? We're going to be doing this for a bit here, man. For a good bit, I think. As long as we got groups, I want to get as many of these done. Because this is very, very fun. Hanging out with you boys on the beta, checking out classes, seeing what looks good, seeing what pops off. Hopefully not encounter too many bugs like Midi does. Because Paladins have been kind of bugged as of this week. But yeah, gonna try to go for as long as we can. Juke out for Cobras. His health is not in a great spot, and Liana is perfectly chilling. Just fine over on their end of this over on their end of the world right now in this grand arena. For Cobras, he's still just trying to get himself a better position with a Succubus. Maybe this will be enough. Kind of putting himself out in the open. That could be a flank strike or a harpoon away. Chaos Bolt, Mortal Coil, just trying to see if he can set up something up here. Chaos Bolt, Fear does go through Chaos Bolt. Does he have a second one? Stun to follow. Trying to chain these. Another bolt. Soulfire. Lots of damage. Lots of demons. And he's become so important. All Liana did is use, the Fortification of the Bear. And there goes a turtle. Just to get himself the defensive healing rolling. As it's going to be a full stun onto Cobras. Got himself a big heal at 43% dampening. Gets about as much healing as he could muster. Fear onto Liana with a full Ruination coming down. More bolts flying out of portals. But look at Liana's health. It just stops budging. Once you get below 50% health and you pop any of your major defenses, your health just doesn't budge anymore. At 45% dampening, and you saw the setup he went for, right? Cobra got himself an incredibly good setup. I guess any other class, I feel like there would have been either on the death's door or dead. Hunter, not so much. Got himself that chimeric poison. Liana swinging around the corner, harpooning right over. Is this going to be their play? Is this going to be enough? Got himself a defensive. That's going to be a big port for Cobras with a Succubus catching it. This way, you and the pet need to run in there and end this duel right now because Cobras is hurting behind that pillar. Pet swinging around one side, Hunter flank attacking on the other with a full Fear off that Infernal. Try to see if he can set up some kind of a go. Port to follow. Does get a juke. Some way, somehow, does get a juke. Liana just uses one kill shot. Or does he? I think the pet, I think the pet actually kills him. But there goes a big kill out of the Warlock. Got himself the Chaos Mother. It's attacking the pet. But at least it gives you the proc. You got yourself the proc with a Succubus. It's going to be set up. Hold on a second. Question is, does Liana have the defenses here? Mortal Coil, Trinket, Shadow Fury, try to see if he can back up out of there, able to escape, still taking a bit of damage. There goes the defensive flank and strike right in. This is where Ruination needs to come out. Cobra does not have a lot of options here. Trying to go for a port, got away for a second. Wall very soon. I feel like he needs to walk in, wall, slam damage. As long as there's no stun for Liana, I think he needs to just walk in, wall, slam damage. Now is your time to do it. Immolate. If you were to set something up, does he have a proper go here? Conflagration locked in. Fear trying to make a cast here. Cares about one. Silence with the Chimera Poison. No, the Hunter is ahead of the curve with that one. You got yourself another board. How many more of these gates you got? Oh my goodness. The two juggernauts will not go down without a proper fight here. Big coordinated assault, but a Mortal Coil sends you out with a fear. Blanket strike. Does not have a kick for this one. Stun to fall. I think it's over. Liana does end up crashing it down. Next up is going to be Minicosa charging Liana right in. Question is, does Liana have any more defenses or is this over? Massive full burst. Does have a defensive here. Does have a wall. Binding shot onto the Hunter who immediately escapes him with a trinket. Liana got himself turtle shot coming back up, so at the very least, you have defensive scatter for a second. You just need to get away from the monk. Does try to go in for a freezing trap, doesn't quite get it. Knock back onto the monk with a trap to follow. Does have turtle, may need to use it immediately. Unless you touch a death angle. Oh yeah, I was gonna say for a second. That is a touch of death angle for certain. Man, Minicosa does end up using quite a lot of offensives there. Has plenty of defense to work with. Touch of death, or touch of karma rather. I don't know if that would be enough because that's a full Blaze Storm. The warrior doesn't really care for it. He just popped the defensive, full offensives. If he can take down Minicosa, I feel like he just needs to put those cooldowns and kill the guy really quickly. Wait for the cooldowns to come back and go again with another monk because he can burst a monk down fairly quickly. Minicosa though is a very survivable out of all the monks though that I've ever seen. Very defensive heavy. He's got himself a very interesting loadout for himself. And Duke can try to see if he can back up on it to get whatever heal he can. Minicosa got I think a decent advantage here. Lexup to follow. Trinket available. Does not send it though. I'm actually very surprised he just sits the trinket. Unless he's like, you know what? I'm fine. I got my, what is it? The Mechanome Racial. It's a bit of healing, but it does high dampening. Not doing a lot. I think he's just trying to go for second win strat. He's just trying to let himself recover. He's trying to play Vivify, but I think the percent healing is better than Vivify right now. He is able to recover quite a bit of health though. He is able to recover. And as long as you're not taking damage to your health bar, second wind, it is kicking in. It is 66% dampening. It is lowering down by quite a bit, but it is kicking in. Minicosa with a Fist of Fury, got him some images, Storm Earth and Fire. As Dookie does end up getting Clash, and that's going to be a quick board out of Minicosa off of the Clash. Boards back in, full Celestial, does go for the stun to stop the Celestial, still taking that damage though. From something, I'm not really sure what. Like a dot, like a bleed? Maybe? He does that second one kicking in though. I don't know, maybe, hold on, I don't know, that second one is going back, his cooldowns are back. Hold on a second, Zerker, Lexip, Trinket available here? Does he have a stun? Karma to follow? I think he just goes in. Full Blaze Storm. He's committed. He's not going anywhere. I think it's still over though. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. That is a ton of damage. He had to stay in though. He had to stay in, dude. Between Liana and the Cobra though, the two juggernauts not going anywhere. It is a lot of damage to deal with though. My goodness. And a good finish by Minicosa. Let's get another one going, boys. That one went pretty high into dampening. We got like 60, close to 70% dampener. Kind of wild. Normally, these have been slower games, but it doesn't feel like they've been like too ridiculously slow or anything like that. Comes on playing probably seat. Okay. We'll give him a sec. Plus one, invite. How do we lose? We can maybe get you guys a +1. You've been scared of us, bro. Who? Talking to Zetrius or who? Not sure who. So we are gonna try to see if we can get Euro +1. But yeah. Сейчас I do Villatello. Okay. He said something about Villatello. He said he's gonna come back in. I think he said, or what am I trying to say? Villatello. Oh, he got DC'd. Yeah, he got DC'd. Yeah, my Russian is so bad, but he said he's coming back in. He got knocked out, I guess. Knocked offline. Villatello. Which is a word I would use like for somebody like flying out of a window kind of deal. You know what I mean? But yeah, whenever your ream gets back and he invites me, we'll try to see if we can fill you guys in with a +1. We'll try our very best here. Disconnect. Yeah. It's a word. It's like I took it a little too literally, right? What's up, Shane? How you, my man? Having a good day? Having a fantastic day. We got a lot of duels here back to back. That's a solo shuffle. Oh man, is Fallen Arthur said he's gonna switch over? It's better. Okay, Fallen Arthur might be DC'd, but I think he's coming back in a bit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna relist this. If you guys want to join, more than welcome to. We got a spot. Hey boys, if y'all want to join in and you couldn't join in earlier, we got a spot right now. Group position in LFG under Raid's Legacy. I am gonna start asking around for a +1 in like whoever I can. Like there's a guild here. There's a couple people here. I could ask Dragowski, I guess, see if he says anything. Otherwise, Dark. Hey, how you doing? Beautiful. We gotcha. Fallen Arthur, I'm giving him a second. I'm sure he's gonna come back in a bit. That or he's switching over to the Warrior. One of those two. But I have him on reality, so I'll see him. Papa Pap. Okay, I'll get him on Papa Pap. I'll get him with Papa Pap. Beautiful. We got a group. Papa Pap, don't go and killing us real quick here, man. Don't go. What I like this. I'm gonna put myself in the group 3. We'll grab Dark over here. Papa Pap over here. Beautiful. We're set. We are good. Let's get ourselves at least one more for the road. I don't know if we'll be doing more after this, but we'll get at least one more for the road, yeah? And I need your ream lead. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll do I think I was trying to do a Tiger Speak earlier. We'll do Tiger Speak now. I feel like we haven't done Tiger Speak at least in a bit. And it's a decent arena too. At least I think so. I'm here if you need one. Davin, hope you're having a good one. You're in, right? As the Dark, right? Darkron? I'm pretty sure that's you. I'm really bad with names, Devlin. So like if somebody has like a one name in game, but their BNet is a different name and the chat name is a different name, I can confuse very easily. It helps me because Seavark in chat, right? Seavark has his name as Seavark in game, Seavark on reality, and then Seavark in game. I don't know why I struggle with names, man. It is so tough for me, right? Cobra is Cobra, right? It's just like, oh, I can track it. Minicosa, everything in Minicosa, it makes it easy to. That's me. Awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my man. More Shamas joined in. We had successive here. The only one represented Shaman so far. But now he's not alone. He's got a homie. We gotta find the homie, but at least he's got a homie. You know what I mean? Alrighty, boys. Let's have fun here, yeah? I want to get a different song. Switch. Let's try this one. I don't really know. Ooh, I like this one a lot. Got ourselves Cobras in the team. We got Killer, we got Minicosa, we got Thanky, and it's gonna be the Shaman Successive first up versus your Ream. Have those two dueled each other before? Your Ream and Successive? I almost want to say I don't think I've ever seen them duel each other so far. Like, people encounter plenty of other bodies, right? You encounter plenty of other classes tonight. But sometimes certain players just never end up running into one another just because of the order of the way that people go and the way the games go. It is kind of wild, but you're even playing Fire this time. I'm excited because I feel like we see a lot of Arcane, but Fire and Frost we barely see. And I want to see what kind of a setup he is. Actually, you could just tell. You see the two shields. He's got Frost and a Fire shield. He's a Frost Fire mage. You could easily tell. Little pointers like this. I do hope the game will end up adding like a little icon for their hero specs too, right? Like maybe next to their class, it adds like an icon for the hero spec they are, somewhere in the UI. I would love to see that. Big G-Pie in the opener. Successive just gonna have to take it to the face unless there was a grounding totem. Does end up grounding it. Does end up grounding it. But Yareem at least got himself a decent opener to begin with. Forcing out CDs out of Successive Poly off this one. I don't know if G-Pie is backup and available. I know he's got a CD. He does have a G-Pie, but he's going to be able to avoid it. Poly not long at all. Not long for this world. Try to see if he can get himself a proper setup. Proper openers, that's all about, man. If you can get a G-Pie and then send the rest of your cooldowns together with a Meteor that gets a free Common Storm, with Phoenix Flames that get a free Ice Nova. It's a lot of control, it's a lot of damage all planned up together. Blink does end up getting a Nova with a Meteor coming down, trying to make a big play. That could potentially be a really big setup. Successive trying to see if you keep the pressure onto your rim. Drop it down, grounding. It'll actually ground it a good portion of that damage, but still taking hits after hits to the face with those Frostfire bolts too, which is gonna add a slow, but also the dot element as well from the fire. Got himself full bloodlust, ascendant ready, and everything available. Invis out for Urim, just trying to see if he can get away. Got himself images too. Technically could fight us, but I think it would be hard without an ultra. Trying to be very, very measured against all these cooldowns. Going in for a couple of hits here and there. Doesn't want to take too many Tempests to the face though, if he can help it. Does get interrupted. Brett to follow, Trinket right after. Got himself a poly together with a random combust. Maybe a G-Pie after this one helps to set something up. G-Pie is midair. Grounding is up, but it's still not grounding that one. Meteor does that up. I don't think Meteor got grounded, but Nova definitely got grounded there. Definitely got grounded. But at least it's a setup, dude. And love the amount of burst damage that a Fire Mage could do with a Frostfire. Got him some Ultra. Unless you could purge it, could be in trouble. Try to go for a Sunder, try to go for a kick, does not quite connect. Ultra was used for Urim, he's got a lowish on health. Maybe look at an Ice Block potentially here. He definitely needs to go for a setup once he gets himself a Meteor Combust combo going, which is actually very, very soon. So all he's got to do is survive, get a proper setup onto successive. Breath, Poly, that might be it. Meteor just coming down instead. He's trying just to see if he can have himself a faster go. Might be the play. Potentially, because you can get yourself another Meteor at some point, unless you're not playing the proc build Meteor. It did send out abilities into a grounding, which is unfortunate. But cooldowns are back. Wait, hold on. He's got everything now. Hold on. That's actually maybe the play. You Meteor early, force out the grounding, force some cooldowns on a successive. No Trinket available. So if you got a full poly, you just got to make sure this lines up well. You got to make sure to Nova and make sure the portal. No, I was gonna say, you just gotta make sure you Nova him, keep it in place, make sure the grounding's down, but the guy literally goes underground. You're in full combusted already, but he can't really make anything work off of it. That's gonna be grounding, stopping a bit of that burst. Gonna try to see if you can purge as many buffs as possible. Wall up for successive. You're in blinking just to get himself broken out of the lasso. Sunder to stumble the mage here for a second. Got himself an invisible, plenty of mobility, but also plenty of defenses. Got himself massive damage. Meteor coming down. Successive does not want to walk into that Meteor whatsoever. The two are just having an actual proper duel, sanding abilities, making trades and such. I love those kind of setups, man. For the mage, it's a little bit harder to get a proper lockdown versus successive, but the mana game, successive is definitely behind on the mana game. He needs to go aggressive at some point. Poly, trying to go for a kick. If you can get on top of the mage right now and stay on him like glue, you'll be golden. You got grounding, you got yourself Guardian too. You may be looking at potentially using Guardian. Does not have a sentence to come out with a Guardian, but needs to make some kind of play offensively. Whatever offensive damage you can do right now is going to help him recover a bit of that defense. For Urim, he's got shields. Double the shields, double the potential. Successive, getting kind of low. No grounding for a bit here. Does go for the Sunder. Massive Tempest gets Urim super low, and Urim decided, you know what? I don't know if there's going to be more Maelstrom off of that. I'm just going to block. Now's a pretty good time to do it. Because the buff on Tempest is about, what, 50%? For successive, he needs to get up a melee. He needs to get more Storm Strikes, honestly. And that is then may give him the opportunity here. Got him some full blaster. Polymorph does not get hit. Ultra, that's going to be massive. That's grounding is perfect. You're in super low on health. That is going to be cheat death. He does not have much health to work with. And one more zap, one more wind strike, taking him out. Well done for successive. That Tempest though, it doesn't proc that often. You have to spend a lot of Maelstrom or use a lot of Storm Strikes, because every time you Storm Strike or Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt, there's a chance your Lightning Bolt becomes a Tempest. And then it gives you more Tempest. And they do 50% more damage now. I don't think they're really scaled for PvP. They just do like wholesale burst, essentially. We're underground trying to see if we can escape Liana. But Liana got plenty of that mobility, was available, so I don't know if successive can maybe combo anything off of this one. I feel like he just needs to press wall and do as much damage as he can. Storm Strike spam to the nth degree. Trinket is available. He needs to spam out his abilities as best as possible. I think he might win just by Tempest alone. There goes the Tempest, potentially big damage. He's got Wolves available and everything. He's going to be plenty of Maelstrom. I think he just got to stay super aggressive. Tempest, the more Tempest he can get, the merrier. He's actually starting to believe, starting to get some damage going. Big bloodlust as well. And it's going to be an explosive on him. Got himself a shield in order to give himself a little bit of survivability. Binding shot as Liana backing up out of there very, very quick. A kill shot to follow. Got himself a little bit of Maelstrom to keep himself healed. I think he has to go aggressive at some point. Actually having to not cast Tempest right afterwards. No Maelstrom, but he just hasn't sent it. That is so rough, man. I really feel like they need to make the Tempest ability more consistent, right? Because it's a better Lightning Bolt, but it's so like RNG whether you get it or not. It feels like you can never really play with it all that often. Like even the Riders of the Apocalypse is very RNG for Death Knights, but I feel like they're up so often, you almost always have it. I feel like they got to do something like that with Tempest, man. Let's say like every few seconds you get a Tempest. I don't know. Something that was a little bit less RNG involved. Liana, kind of lowish on health. Got him some of that heal. With that pack leader, might be enough here. Does go in for an interrupt onto the cannonball, trying to be as efficient as they can with their CC, with their cooldowns. Going to be a succubus CC. Does create some distance. Fear from a distance for the bear, actually. So the bear won't even be able to help Liana. Does end up disengaging behind the pillar in order to create some line of sight. More rate of fire is coming down just so Corbrez can cycle through all of his soul shards. Quick binding shot around the corner as the pet takes a big brunt load of that demon damage. Succubus to follow. That's going to be Ruination to see if a bolt to follow. Mortal Coil. Hold on a second. Liana needs a defensive here. Does go for Scatter to trade for the stun. You need a defensive here for certain. Does go for a feign death. Exil could be huge right now. Trying to get himself as low as possible without getting too low. With it could just get executed by the demons. More bolts from around the corner from the Orphan. Just got a freebie. You will need something here. You definitely need some internal. You got wall. Hold on. Is this enough though? Stun onto Corbrez. The healing over time. Kicking in. Trinket. Does get a bolt. Needs to interrupt it at some point. Doesn't go for the bolt kick yet. Fear to follow. He is recovering a ton of health though. He's hitting lots of damage, recovering plenty. Binding shot around the corner. Corbrez, if he moves, apparently he doesn't get stunned. Never mind. Harpoon around the corner. Trying to close the gap. At least the root does come through, even though you don't get the full charge. Bolt right after without wall. At least you got some health to work with. Hold on a second. Fear, Ruination, Mad Burst. Does go for feign death for a second. Maybe looking at a turtle shot potentially. Does go for the kick. That's going to be a bolt steal either way though. Got himself a little bit of health to work with. Well, there's a turtle just to give himself the healing over time rolling in. Was able to dodge a Soulfire Bolt. At least, at the very least. Reason Trap is going to get himself a bit of damage. Does not want to escape. He wants to keep that healing over time rolling, but he essentially needs to keep his health low in order to do that, so that the hot stays permanently on him. That is how you think you fight him. You just keep yourself in a low range, but you just heal yourself the entire time. Look at that healing, dude. Look at that healing. Just burning with an Infernal surrounding the guy, giving him a nice big old hug. Chaos Mother funneling a torrent of fell at you, but his health just keeps on going up. It doesn't stop going up. Quick stun around the corner, binding shot to follow. Succubus catches you. That's what Liana has to play around, is a Succubus. I think that's a pet sack here on the Chaos Bolt. Mortal Coil, Ada Bolt, full Ruination, second bolt potentially. That's a lot of damage taken. I don't know if you have a defensive for this one. Might be under a lot of pressure actually. Might be in a lot of trouble. Still got the healing overtime working in though. That healing overtime never fell off. So you just gotta give yourself a breather and you can get back in there. I don't know if you get yourself a proper setup. Aid the eyes by accident, 5% more damage for the Warlock. Does go for the Chimeric. CC counter, Shadow Fury to follow, Chaos Bolt 1. That's gonna be all these pets joined in. Second bolt right after off of that fear. He just ate 2 bolts, but look at his health. It is still letting it come up. He's got him some big defensive. He just needs to keep the pressure onto Corbrez. Corbrez gave himself a little bit extra health to work with here. I don't know if that was a Warlock Hellstone or maybe Battlemaster Trinket. But I think Liana definitely needs to get back in there as soon as possible. Succubus catches you, man. Gotta be very, very careful with that Succubus stun trade on the Mortal Coil, which is so good that it's going to be slow for Corbrez. And Liana, all he can do is disengage and maybe take the slow off of themselves. Bear getting feared. Bear fear might actually be kind of big for Corbrez. Because if you can CC the bear, that isn't a pet sack that you can use. If the bear is crowd controlled, they can't use the pet sack to give you that defensive that you need in order to deal with the damage taken. Stun around the corner, Scatter to follow. He just tried to see if he can establish CC, back it up away. That's going to be a Succubus catches it at some point. You got to be very, very careful with that Succubus. Try to go for a shot of it by the looks of it. We're trying to we're trying to camo. Because Diana does have some coolness coming back up. I think there's maybe 1 wall available. Exila's back up. Turtle Shell in 20. So you might actually be okay and might be able to play with Cobra. Might be able to stay in there. That's going to be a Bear's Fortitude. Gives you a little bit of health. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage out of left field though. Oh no, that was the bolt that he needed. He's got himself the perfect bolt. No extra defensive sort of pet, nothing. Just a natty bolt that went right through. Oh my goodness. And Corbrez, I mean, he's going to get blendered in just a second. That was a lot of damage, man. Corbrez needed that big hit, dude. Because the entire time, the Hunter feels like it barely getting tickled by those bolts. But that last little setup, that was it. Hoa! Papa Pam killed him in air. That is so good. I didn't know you could do that. I did not know you could do that. I thought when you were boarding, that's it, you're mid-air. What? I know, right? I have no idea. I have no clue, to be honest. I didn't know you could do that. Papa Pap versus Thank you, Full Zoan, full burst, everything available. Celestial Conduit, just spamming it. As PowerPap having to go for defensive fear to follow Trinket out of the Monkus is forced into Clash. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Clash and a quick touch of death taken about. Darkron gonna be up next. He needs to get himself those dots. He needs to get himself the flame shocks versus Thanky. Keep him out in the open. Couple of frost shocks, you know what I mean? Get himself the instant casting. Once he gets himself the flame shock combo going, like that's it. He just got plenty of resources to work off of. Earth Elemental really early too. I'm trying to go for a knockback, but I think the stun stopped their knockback. Summoning up the, what is it, the ancestors. I don't know if the totem does end up knocking him back, which is so good for him. Needs this lava burst. Needs to be a little careful with the karma. Got himself lasso. Try to see if he can just backpedal out of there. And that's going to be a ring of peace. Trying to see if he can knock him in. Running off with the gust of wind. He got himself a wall for this one, so he's actually able to kind of survive this for a good bit. Guardian totem as well. Or stone wall totem, I think it's called, right? Got himself at least the totem to at least give himself a bit of healing. Hex to follow, which is going to give him a nice setup. No kicks available for Thanky during that moment. And Darkron's still taking quite a bit of damage though still. He's got himself Fire Elemental in case he wants to. He's trying to play with that Earth Elemental as best as possible. Stun to trade on the Paralysis, which is pretty good though. And he might have got himself a decent position where he could maybe knock the Monk back a bit. If he gets on top of the platform, Fist of Fury just hammering away at the guy. He's trying to see if he can back up out of there. He's got himself the big ascent, ran a proc, got himself the Guardian. Maybe it'll be enough. Lightning Lasso, it's keeping him barely alive. The dampening is kind of high too. At 72% dampening, looks like he can't be stopped by the Ring of Peace for a second. That was interesting. He was just like walking a Ring of Peace like it was nothing for a good bit there. Or maybe it was lag? I'm not even sure, honestly. That is still a lot of damage to deal with the Monk though, man. That is a ton. And the Monk, the fact is they can just close in the gap and back away behind the pillar the entire time. That's a tough one. As a shaman, you kind of want a little bit of that line of sight. You need to make sure you get the slows constantly. Knockbacks, multiple knockbacks, I think is how you deal with it. So you need to have the thunderstorm knock. And I think you need to have the elemental knock too, like with your elemental shields. Because if you have the lightning element shield knock with the root to follow from the, the earth shield, I think you basically need that. Otherwise, there's just no way. Let's get Blizzard best, dude. I know. I don't think I've ever seen somebody die middle of the gate, right? While they're traveling. I don't think I've ever seen that ever again. Ever, hombre. Yeah, it's kind of wild, honestly. Stun onto Thanky. That's how much chicken for those from Karma to follow. So Dookie can't even turn around and fight back. He got himself a little bit of damage. He's got himself a bit of bleed. Fewer to follow. You're just gonna have to wait out the karma, but it looks of it though. He's kind of letting the bleeds rock on Thanky, but it's not like the bleed really does much for the most part. But it's still a lot of damage out of the Monk though. He's got himself the Thunder Fist together with the Fist of Fury. Can't really stop him whatsoever. Shockwave for just a second. As it's gonna be Dookie just trying to see if he can buy himself a little bit of survivability. Clash to force him back in. At least he got himself a stun in between of that. He needs a heal right now unless it's over. Touch of Death and he's done. Unless he just goes for Celestial. No. Just goes back in with a Touch of Death. Well done. 3 for Thanky. Coming back in and finishing it off. That is wild, man. That is crazy. This duel definitely went a little bit differently when Liana and Cobra, they've been kind of dueling each other back and forth. I thought it was going to be Liana just living there infinitely. But then Cobra got himself a big setup. Really kind of turned it around on me, man. I was like surprised by that. But yeah, well done. GG's, boys. GG's, y'all. GG's. I appreciate you, man. GG's all. We call it there for tonight, I think. Same. GG's. Discount, all good. May закончим сегодня, Cobra. Telling him right now he'd been for the night. Oh, we're shaking the entire fight. You did great, Liana. You did great, Nalia. The entire night was fun to watch. Yeah, you did great, dude. You guys all did great, honestly. Spike, my buddy. Yo, Dookie Fighter, I think is my favorite warrior on beta right now. He's got lore, and he does a ton of damage, man. He's got the lore in particular, I think is what elevates it, dude. Honestly. Success, appreciate you for joining in, man. I'm glad we got some shamans in there with Stormkeeper. I am hoping, it looks like a lot of shamans right now are not really doing amazing in PvP. You have, let's ask real quick. You have... To the PvP spec duels, I want to fight you. Haha. Papa Pam, dude. Yeah, Liana, I'll do this for you. Once rogues are fixed, like in patch, once rogues are fixed next expansion, and I mean the one after War Within in Midnight, because I don't think they're going to touch us with a 10-foot pole. until then. Because we literally got 0 of this, man. It's been gloom and doom. Once they fix rogues, I'll duel you proper on a rogue, and I'll like actually play you. How did that sound? I promise you. I promise you. Once they fix rogues, I will. Mage, I don't play mage in PvP ever. I feel like this is. I feel like I don't think you'll get a full wholesome experience on a rogue. Different story. I'll fight your outlaw whenever they fix a rogue in particular. Actually, it doesn't even matter if outlaw or not outlaw. At this point. Yeah, I'll just do it in spec. Whatever works. Because the way rogues at now, ain't working. Ain't working. Mathin'. Rogan. Not until they actually give us some, you put some effort in us. There we go. Appreciate ya. Papa Pap, dude. Love you, bud. Is that where you went? You would touch us out of here. Alrighty. GG's all. Goodbye. Bye, everybody. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you. I'm gonna log off here on this pillar. We'll do it like this, and I'm gonna set up my stuff because I know it's gonna be all buggy later. Thanks for games. Thank you so much. Thank you. We do them every single week. You're more than welcome to join back on these next week, man. And I want to do more of these once pre-patch actually comes out. We're gonna be doing them back on live over either as a EU and an A, right? So we're gonna be doing like normal. I didn't know there was a W druid here. Just we druid been chilling out here the entire time. Huh. Who would have thought? You did good, Power Pap. You got a bunch of us there, man. That was well done. Loved it. Alrighty. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. I got chili, dude, so I'm excited, man, and I'm gonna get some work done, and yeah, all the good stuff. You guys are great. Thank you all so much for watching. Wonderful duels. We'll be doing more of these over once pre-patch hits over on the EU and NA live realms. I definitely want to do these over on the pre-patch, man. But yeah, next week I think it's still a couple more weeks of beta duels, because beta is still a thing, and yeah, we'll just see how next week goes. But yeah, thank you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day off. I'm chilling. Maybe Monday, but I've taken Mondays off over the last couple of weeks. I definitely will see you guys Tuesday, but maybe I'll come back Monday. Can't guarantee anything, but we'll see. We'll see. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Peace.